I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey.
Hey lil' mama, would you like to be my sunshine? Nigga, touch my game, we gon' turn this shit to Columbine. Ice on my neck cost me 10 times 3. $30,000 for a nigga to get free. I just hit Rodeo and I spent like 10 G's. I just did a show and spent the check on my mama. When I go and vacay, I might run out the Bahamas. And then keep like 10 phones, damn I'm really never home. All these niggas clones tryna copy what I'm on. Nigga get your own, tryna pick a nigga bone. Worked the brother Skip, boy, I had a good day. Metro PCS, trapping bone, making plays. 50 shades of gray, beat that pussy like Hulk Hogan. I know you know my slogan, if it ain't about guap, I'm gone. Niggas hating cause I'm chosen from the concrete I had rolled. Shorty staring at my necklace cause my diamonds really froze. Put that dick up in her pussy, bet she feel it in her toes. I'm a real young nigga from the 6 throwing balls. I'm a real young nigga from the 6 throwing balls. Real young nigga from the 6 throwing balls.
In the middle of the party, bitch, get off me. Goddamn. In the cut, I'm rolling up my broccoli. Goddamn. Yeah, I know your baby mama fond of me. Goddamn. All she wanna do is smoke that broccoli. Goddamn. Whispered in my ear, she tryna leave with me. Goddamn. Say that I can get that pussy easily. Goddamn. Say that I can hit that shit so greasily. Goddamn. I'm a dirty dog, I did it sleazily. Ain't no telling what I'm finna be on. Hey, hey, I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey, ain't no telling what I'm finna, hey, be on. Hey, said I'm beyond.
Point, do what I could, point, do what I should, point, do what I could, point, do what I should, point, what
You say that you need me, but I don't feel needed at all. Girl, I've been through your hardest, and you broke me regardless. Catch me before I fall down. Girl, I've been through everything. Whoa. So let me in, don't give in. Trust me, girl, take all your sins. So let me in, don't give in. Trust me, girl, take all your sins. So let me in, don't give in. Trust me, girl, take all your sins. So let me in, don't give in. Trust me, girl, take all your sins. So let me, girl, take all your sins. So let me, girl, take all. So let me, girl, take all your sins. So let me, girl, take all your sins. So let me, girl, take all your sins. So let me, girl, take all.
Beverage purchases on this morning's flight. You must have your credit card downloaded into the latest United app. For more information on that, please refer to the Hemispheres magazine. We do accept PayPal for purchases as well. If you're seated on emergency exit row, we ask you to take our safety information card located in the seat back pocket of the flight attendant by momentarily to see if you're willing and able to perform the duties while being seated at the emergency exit row. Federal law does require the passengers keep their face coverings on over their nose and mouth during our entire flight. The only exception is it may be removed for eating and drinking purposes only. We do have a mask malfunction, or you need a new mask. We do have free masks available to you. Please just ask the flight attendant. We'll be happy to get you one. Once again, welcome aboard United Airlines Flight 1064, service to
Welcome to Spirit Airlines, where you're more than welcome to sit back, enjoy the flight, and also enjoy the free festivities and free entertainment that come along with this joyous occasion. It appears the complimentary entertainment has begun, and everybody is standing up in anticipation. They're excited because they bought a ticket, but now they know they only need the edge of the seat for this one. Now I know what you're asking yourself. How did this lady get a VIP up-close experience to be able to film this and get nothing but ass? You can purchase that for additional $20 here at Spirit Airlines.
Hustlers University 101. I gotta get something off my chest. I've been trying to get Andrew Tate to follow me, but he has not been listening to my music. So I'm gonna make one song. And I'm not gonna make more than one song because it's gonna seem too thirsty. So here it goes. The full crash course on how to be a hustler. Let's get it. All right, number one, stay hustling, stay grinding. Don't get lost in the matrix. Learn kickboxing or another sport so you can defend yourself. Get your body count up. If women have a high body count, get them out of your life. If you can go to Romania, you can have more freedom there. The police, they can be paid. Get around other successful people. Anybody with less money than you is not matter. You can use women and other things to make them into cam girls, and you can build a pyramid scheme. I had to take a second to talk to you guys about Hustlers University. This is a subscription-based service that you can use, and you can learn about ways to maneuver through life and maneuver through the world to build relationships that benefit you and don't take from you like a woman would. Always stay focused. Don't lose track of how much money you have because they want to take it from you. Any girl who calls you, her ulterior motive is money, money. What does she want to buy with the money that you've earned? Then you come into the world, she's going to have everything given to her, and you're going to have to work for those same exact things. So I'm going to take another second to talk about some of the other tips you can learn. Okay? Stop whining about how girls do not want you to be the nice guy. Some girls, Andrew Tate teaches us, they want to be the things he does in the videos where he does like where it's violent. So what you're going to want to do is stay focused on how to network, make money, build a pyramid scheme by using women, but hating them at the same time. If you can learn how to hate them, but use them, keep them out of your life. Keep them out of your life unless you can find a way to build a pyramid scheme to use them to become a top G.
Ladies and gentlemen aboard Spirit Airlines flying all here to Memphis, Tennessee. Appreciate your early boarding here. We'll be getting on here very close to our pushback time here. We're just getting some paperwork straightened out here. Your captain here will get things all sorted out. Flight attendants will be coming down to get the camera prepared for takeoff here. Appreciate the patience. This is your captain. Welcome aboard Spirit Airlines flight to Memphis.
Let me smell it. Ugh, fine. Oh yeah. Strong. Save some.
So, you swear this is yours, right?
Do you swear this is yours? What?
Do you swear this is yours and not like some guy friends or like the Penguins or something like that?
Yeah.
Well then say it.
Say what?
Say I swear to God that this your.
Oh. Check. Oh yeah, the holographic gorilla grip case.
Crispy!
I'm gonna pass the phone to Ryan.
What?
Here, say thank you. Mama, do the crip walk dance.
What's that, sweetheart?
Do a little Christmas crip walk.
Say again.
Knock it off, Rye.
Hold up, she doing it. Mama really sea walking, man.
Goddamn, good for her.
Pov, your grandma does a Christmas crit walk.
Leroy, it's 10 o'clock in the damn morning, boy. You already cracking a beer? Nah, Coach, that ain't beer. That's LaCroix. LaCroix? What's that? Wine cooler? Nah, Coach, it's water. Water? What they put in it? I don't know. Bubbles? Oh, hell, if you starting early, I might as well have me one, too. You looking for a beer, Coach? Well, I sure didn't know.
Raise the right.
LaGuardia Airport ATIS information Juliet 21510 Zulu. Wind 040 at 7. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 2,500. Ceiling 5,000 broken. 9,000 overcast. Temperature 12. 2.4. Altimeter 2979er. ILS runway 4 approach in use. Departing runway 13. Notices to air mission. Operate twin pop.
Washington Center 133.72. Good night. You too, sir. Karen 332.5 for 5. Okay, at 3310, radar contact, time after 350, climb, maintain 10.
Left 350 up to 10,000, again 3310.
Cafe 436, contact Washington Center 133.72. Good.
Good evening, LaGuardia Ground, Spirit Wings 4534, looking for that IFR clearance to Memphis.
All right, Spirit Wings 4534. You connected as November Kilo 4534. That might screw up controllers down the road. You want to reconnect to Spirit Wings 4534.
Let me do that right away.
Spirit Wings 4534, every clearance available, advise ready to copy.
Spirit Wings 4534, ready to copy.
Spirit Wings 4534, you are cleared to the Memphis International Airport via the LaGuardia 7 departure. Whitestone climb, radar vectors parked, then is filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.12, squawk 3031.
That's Spirit Wings 4534, clear to the Memphis International via the LaGuardia 7 departure. That's the Whitestone climb. Then Director Clark Dennis filed, maintain 5,000, expect a flight level of 38010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 128.12, and squawk is 3031. That's Spirit Wings 4534.
Spirit Wings 4534. That's going to be radar vectors park, not direct park.
Correction, that's radar vectors park. Spirit Wings 4534.
Spirit Wings 4534, your readback is correct. Are you going to be able to push back without encroaching on Alpha today?
If I could just get a, I'd maybe a little bit longer. You mean encroach on Alpha? I might have to.
All right, Spirit Wings 4534, contact me, ready to push.
We'll contact when ready. Spirit Wings 4534.
Spirit Wings 4534, information Juliet is current, expect runway 13.
Expecting runway 13 with information Juliet on board. Spirit Wings 4534.
Puppy, you got some fucking Fronto on this motherfucker, man. Y'all Fronto always dry in this motherfucker.
If you're not buying that, then the fuck
Nigga,
out.
I just asked you for some Fronto, you fucking weirdo. So Poppy, let me get
a week though, Fronto,
man. Let me get a chopped cheese, Poppy. Chopped cheese and a Lucy. This nigga showed me Fronto 3 days ago. Now he actually ain't got no fucking Fronto.
Got some backwoods?
Man, you got, man, yeah, for real. You got some backwoods at least, nigga? What the fuck? Man, whatever, my nigga. All I know is I keep seeing these niggas out here acting like they cozy.
Niggas ain't cozy, bro.
We've been doing this shit. All of a sudden, you see niggas out here sweatsuited up with they nappy ass terry cloth and all that shit, trying to look like the homies. Niggas is not cozy, brody. I be peeping that shit too low key, man.
Nigga, listen, B, I'm coming through cozy, man. These niggas ain't. Listen, I'm coming through with the Playboy boxers.
Spirit Wings 4534, while you're figuring things out, let me know if you're going to be able to push back facing northeast onto Alpha.
That should be no problem to face east there. Spirit Wings 4534.
Yeah, Spirit Wings 4534, correction, that's facing northwest, not northeast.
Facing northwest, correction. Spirit Wings 4534.
Fucking white and red pinstripes on the motherfuckers came through with the real good goose down bubble jacket with the snorkel squirrel fur on top, very cozy, very warm. Feel me? Then I had the do-rag hanging.
Raise the right of all single mothers.
Blew my baby mama up with the C4. Planted Claymore at her front door. Blew my baby mama up with the C4. Pull up to her crib with the C4. When I'm outside in the front, plant a Claymore at her front door.
I pulled up, hop out, blow my baby mama up. Pulled up to her crib, blow her shit.
The Gordy Ground, Spirit Wings 4534 here, ready for pushback.
Spirit Wings 4534, pushback on the Alpha approved, face northwest.
Facing northwest onto Alpha, Spirit Wings 4534.
Spirit Wings 4534, recycle your transponder, squawk 3031 Mo Charlie.
That's 3031 Mode Charlie, will do. 45, Spirit Wings 4534.
friends in the industry, my brothers been my brothers, man. You niggas ain't no kin to me, a fact. Whoa, yeah, you heard about me, you don't know me more than that. Yeah, I know hey, yeah. No friends in the industry, my brothers been my brothers, man. You niggas ain't no kin to me, a fact. Whoa, I was known for snapping when I chat before the app. Stood on everything I said and never took it back. Whoa, no friends in the industry, I had to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies, a fact. Niggas let us start the beat, don't wanna keep it rap. Yeah, you hit us up and now we owe you something back. See, I was young angel, but these niggas turn me evil. Yeah, I know you, but you really ain't my people. Yeah, I heard some people say they know him as my equal. Truth be told, I son these niggas, girl, I don't compete with them. Ask about the boy and they gon' say he got the streets with him. Niggas so offensive knowing they don't have no defense. Why they always act like we can fix it with a meeting? All that linking up, man, I'ma see you when I see you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, brothers been my brothers, man, you niggas ain't no kidding, that's a fact, ayy. And I'm like she carry smoke, I'm on and off the track, ayy. And you love that hoe with me, I put her on the back. You get Drizzy on the track, here, put you on the map. Oh, it's like that, yeah, it's like that, ayy. And I got a contract, it's a max, ayy. Since I got in contact, she attached. When I saw my first deal, that shit came through a fax. That should let you know how long I've been out here running laps. I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, no friends in the industry, my brothers been my brothers, man. You niggas ain't no kin to me, a fact. Whoa, I was known for snapping when I
Flight attendants get the cabin prepared for takeoff.
said and never took it back. Whoa, no friends in the industry, I had to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies, a fact. Niggas let us start the beat, don't wanna keep it rap. Yeah, you hit us up and now we owe you something back. Damn, this shit too dirty, got it yellow taping. And I got her waiting at the telly naked. We ain't dropped though, how you niggas celebrating already. Disrespect is something I ain't tolerating. Your niggas fuck with me, I give them motivation. In your circle shrink and see some boys escaping. Rest of them is guilty by association. Ayy, but for debating who to go. Then I make the shit about the numbers, all I know. Then I make the shit about the summer, all I know. Better find you someone else to hit with all that smoke, nigga. Yeah, and all them tweets and all them posts. Ain't got the type of time to be playing with you folk. I had a richer pride to these niggas, that's the joke. I'm really down to die behind these verses in my notes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, brothers been my brothers, man. You niggas ain't no kidding, that's a
I can play off the iPod?
Yeah, cause this a motherfucking 2016, babe. I see the way the lights go. See on the dashboard, the lights go on the dashboard, how you know it's new. Ooh.
Gotta find my joint up on this bitch. I miss you. 3 times. Yeah. Sticking to the code, all these hoes for the street. I put it in her nose, it's gon' make her pussy leak. Pussy niggas told ain't gon' wake up at they sleep. You can't hear that switch, but you can hear them niggas scream. All my hoes do shrooms, nigga, all my hoes do coke. 20 carat ring, I put my fingers down her throat. If I lose a carat, she might choke. I know she gon' swallow, she'll go. Free band, niggas bring the rats in. Got the shooters in the corner, like the pack in. She think cause she's out of bitch, she attractive. That's that shit that get you put up at the section. And the model still the same. Ball like I won a championship game. You know these hoes hungry, they gon' fuck for a name. I put her on the game, she get fucked for a chain. Got your girl in this bitch, she twirling on this dick. I got syrup in this bitch, turn up in this bitch. I'm just about to dirty to this bitch, you first in this bitch. All these corners on me, baby, you know it's game time. Spring friend, bitch, you fuck me at the same time.
Spirit Wings 4534 clear for takeoff.
4X stop.
Across your hips. Fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal tip into the buckle until it clicks. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the belt. To open your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. There are emergency exits located in the front, mid-cabin, and back of the aircraft. All exits are clearly marked with exit signs, directions for opening, and are equipped with evacuation slides. Overhead signs and aisle patch lighting lead to all exits. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest you, keeping in mind that the closest exit may be behind you. The cabin is the pressure room. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, masks will drop from the compartments above your seat and lavatory ceilings. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Pull the mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. You must remove your face covering prior to putting the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the ends. Secure your own mask before helping others. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located under your seat. First, pull the tab to retrieve the life vest pouch from its container. Then tear along the perforated edge and remove the life vest from the pouch. Lean forward and place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist. Fasten the buckle and pull on the strap to tighten. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. When exiting the aircraft, pull down on the red tab at the bottom of the vest to inflate. The vest can also be inflated by blowing into the tube located at shoulder level. Remember, do not inflate your vest until you exit the aircraft. The slides at the front and back exit doors can be detached and used as rafts. There is also a remote life raft located in an overhead compartment near the aft exit doors. Federal aviation regulations require your compliance with lighted information signs, posted placards, and crew member instructions, including the seatbelt and no smoking signs. All Spirit Airlines flights are non-smoking. Smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes or vaping devices, is not permitted in the cabin or lavatories. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying lavatory smoke. Thank you for your attention. Welcome aboard. Let's go.
How you doing, folks? It's an absolute pleasure to have you here today on this nickstream Friday flight on Spirit Airlines. It's going to be a nice show. Got a lot of weather flying out of LaGuardia, but we'll get out of here. We're going to make our way to Memphis, hopefully. Folks, it's going to be a nice show. We're going to kick back and relax a little today. Not much going on, but we're going to have fun. Plenty to get into. Spirit Airlines flight out of LaGuardia, folks. Kick back. This is your captain speaking, the American anchor, baby. I appreciate you being with us tonight. And Coulter is an out-of-control racist. Dennis Prager is talking about the blacks. We got some interesting things to get into. But besides that, we're going to just have some fun. You know, the anchor baby has been following this killer who's been let out. Not really following, but we're going to see what the anchor baby gets up to here on Twitter and whatnot. It's going to be a relaxed Friday, like I said. We're going to get up to our cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. Folks, kick back and relax your flight next stream. Flight attendants will be coming down to get everybody into their first class seats. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting the show. We'll make sure that you're in your first class seats here shortly. Let's get on up to our cruising altitude. Get those seatbelts. Keep them on for now. I'm sure we'll have a good time once we get up there. We're going to get ourselves to Memphis. Look, very cloudy all the way there, but we'll be safe inside this flight. And no mess, please. Okay, you may be a little mad we're not flying Trump Force One, all the funky amenities, but we're still gonna be very kind to our flight attendants. We're gonna be very kind and respectful. We're gonna get ourselves to Memphis on one piece. We got marshals, air marshals on board, so please be on your best behavior, folks. How you doing, Irish Repub, Conspiracy Hoops, 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔, Vasco, Lord Spike, Protein, delighted to be here. Me too. What's up, Stephen Will? How you doing, Party? How you doing, Flat Earth Victory? Rome? Are you working tonight? What's up, girl? How you doing, Brian Sterling? Welcome, everybody. Anointed. Tomas. Falconing. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. Well, here we are flying out of LaGuardia. Let's get everything situated here on this beautiful flight. and get ourselves over there. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much. Let me turn all this down. Test, test, test. I should hopefully be loud enough. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2. We're gonna hit the sweet spot. Test with the Kenny G playing. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome, David. Appreciate it. How you doing? Let's say hello to the people. Is it a nighttime flight? I mean, the sun's going down. Let's get the day clouds up. How you doing? We're chilling out. It's Casual Friday. We got the All Thoughts Are All Lies hoodie on. And we're chilling. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you. Yes, it is Lord Spike Protein. Appreciate it. Spirit Airlines flight going to Memphis on Mother's Day weekend. Is this flight cursed? Well, we'll find out, okay? Thanks, the security guard himself, a.k.a. the chat tard himself. Thank you. But, yeah, what's up? What's up, Anchor Baby here? I mean, I got some things to get into. Let me just chill a little bit, okay? We still got to get up to 38,000 feet. And there's some interesting things going on, I guess, because everybody's fighting, right? So that's thrilling. And I've been on the Drake, Kendrick, Israel, Hamas, intricate, lyrical, spiritual take. But anyways, there's all sorts of fights. I'm sure we can get into some stuff here. We could be a little shallow. But you can also call me. I'll put this number on the screen shortly. But you can write it down, 760-515-3855. And I'll have the number on the screen in a bit here. You can call the Anchor Baby. And we can do our thing. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Get your Friday on. What's on your mind? What are you up to this Friday? What's your weekend looking like? But that's how we're going to do it. Welcome. I think we have some first class seats. And we got to deal with this. Because we appreciate the first class super chatters, who are also known as the ballers. You mustn't forget the ballers. Beautiful stuff. Is the Ballers Lounge open, ladies? What's up, Mr. Pink? Welcome, welcome. Ankle Baby just appeared. Yes, welcome. We already took off. We are up in the air. We are about 25,000 feet and climbing on our way to 38,000 feet. Get on up there. Let's see here. Computer, you're doing what I'm telling you to do, right? Why are you stuck on a turn? What's going on here? Why is this? Is it just stuck on a turn? What's going on here? Flight director's on. Now that we're flying level, that might worry the least of the pilot. You know, the most fearful of pilots may worry them. That may have them looking through checklists. You know, like to make sure for certain things. You know, I see a master warning sign. In fact, I must have clicked it at some point, ignored it. You know, that might scare the other kinds of pilots, but not us. Not us, not on Spirit Airlines. We are getting there. I don't care what people tell us. I don't care what the home of the bear fare. There's nothing stopping us, okay? These people paid good money to get there. Okay, so we're going to just keep it going because the plane's flying. Okay, it's flying, it's climbing, nothing's going on. A little bit of a constant bank that for some reason it just keeps doing is maybe concerning for some, but not for me. Okay, that should be good. You stay there, okay? Stop banking. Bad plane. Bad plane. How you doing, Rome, Tomas? Did I say hi to y'all? Welcome. We can't fail. You're so right, mildly attractive sneak peek chatard. Always flying level because ... What? Flat Earth victory.
What? How you doing, Christopher? Welcome. I will not resent that you called me that. I will just welcome you onto the plane. And I'm going to ignore that you said that. I'm going to just have you sit down, take your seat. Flight attendants will be with you. We're moving on. Okay. Spirit Airlines flight climbing up to 38,000 feet. We'll be turning on the airphone here shortly. We could get the people on. But what I want to get into first, I guess, in your in-flight entertainment. What's on the docket? What's in the itinerary? What's up, Dave? Welcome. What is on the itinerary? You know, this, let's see here. Let's pull it all up. Because I was messing around on Twitter. Welcome, Mark Langlois. Appreciate your support over there on rumble.com/American Anchor, baby. How you doing, Henry Ford Lives? Over there on dlive.tv/Gorgonzola. Much appreciated. Very cool, very cool. But where was we? We're almost getting ahead of myself. First, we got to deal with the ballers. Then we got to deal with maybe some news, some Twitter shenanigans. We got the hoodie on. We're chilling. It's cash, which you can get at rebuildingtheman.com/stores. But okay. It looks like the Ballers Lounge is in fact ready. So please, ballers, make your way. Make your way to your seats. We will be very appreciative if you do, in a timely manner. 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔, thank you for your super chat. And the little emoji, that means you sit in the first class seat. Sit in the Ballers Lounge, enjoy the service. And that's right now it's a lone baller, king baller alone in the Ballers Lounge, and he is going to enjoy the extra leg room here. Thank you so much, 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔. Nice. Okay, looks like the autopilot's taking its turn, and I think that's as good. This is a good bank. This is a good bank. See, look, that cross on the screen is a good thing. That means the plane is flying like I told it to. Whew. Okay, see, your pilot was not worried even for one moment. On our way to Memphis, Tennessee, let's turn down these ambient noises. It must be so difficult to hear me. And we're going to turn on the airphone, in fact. I mean, we're practically there. We're going to call it. That's 760-515-3855. If you want to call in and speak to your captain, the anchor baby here. But whatever you want to get into. Okay. Refrain from invert. Okay, we'll do. Nice. Josh wants... we're going to move on. Sorry, I almost doxed. Okay. Let's do this. Shall we do this? What's this mess with Ann Coulter? Ann Coulter controversies. You know Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter. American commentator. That's what they call her on Google. American commentator. I think Lin Yan Chin might have a problem with that. And I mean, he might have a point. Wait, let's move all this around. We're showing too much of the behind the scenes. Ann Coulter, conservative media pundit, author, syndicated columnist. You know her. She wrote Adios America. I remember her going viral back in the days. I call it back in the days. You know, Trump was coming around. She's been around, obviously, but that's when I saw her. And I saw her saying it how it is, saying the tough stuff. Black crime, I think. Immigration, big time. I remember at the time, I guess just I was watching the conservative videos a little bit. Ben Shapiro. I'm like, dang, this makes sense. Oh, dang, I always thought like this. Huh, imagine that. I guess I'm a conservative. That's pretty much how it went down. There was a naivety to it. I went around to all my friends. I'm like, have you heard of this thing called conservatism? Turns out it's pretty darn good. What do y'all think? Sudden changes in the faces. You know, I was a little naive. Must have been like what? Before 25, I think. Anyways, I remember Ben Shapiro was spicy for those friends. And Ann Coulter was like, what? What else about her? Ann Coulter. I think, did Jesse get to talk to Ann Coulter? Jesse Lee Peterson? Ann Coulter. I know that she was pro-Trump, but then she was quite critical of Trump. I think she was then off the Trump train. I don't know. If you're going to vote anybody besides Trump, you're silly. But if you have criticisms of Trump, well, of course, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. Even you can have your criticisms, just be reasonable and vote. Yeah, Ann Coulter did speak to Jesse. So you can, I'm sure, check that out. Jesse Lee Peterson, Ann Coulter on the phone state. Amazing. And so she has had attention over the years. Certainly before Trump. But definitely with Adios America, her bombastic interviews, and her Trump support and beyond. I remember some young people were pretty into her. Anyways, look, she's gotten into some controversy. Although she's just saying she seems pretty ideologically consistent here. But it's Coulter versus Vivek Ramaswamy. He's back in the news here. So Vivek Ramaswamy praises Ann Coulter. So check it out. I came across this. Oh, no. Did this person delete it? What? Michael Harriot. Who is this guy? Not too sure. He's a white peopleologist. That doesn't sound right, man. This history is black AF. He's a white peopleologist. I guess like white people, black AF. He posted something. It's gone. Oh, here it is. This is how I came across this story. Michael Harriot posted something about this very story, about this moment that happened in an interview with Vivek. And so here's how we're going to do it. Let's play this. So here's the tweet, Michael Harriot. And so, yeah, this is how I came across the story. Duh. There's an old 𝒔𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 tale about the slick scorpion and the foolish frog. Now, what the heck is a 𝒔𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔? Huh? Huh, Chat GPT? Help me out here, Hive Mind. What in the hay is a 𝒔𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔? The �𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 people are descendants of enslaved Africans who were brought to the coastal areas of the southeastern United States. Okay? Their unique culture. The �𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔. So Michael Harriot's talking about some tale of the slick scorpion and the foolish frog. Once upon a time, there was a very smart frog who befriended a conniving scorpion. Okay? The frog wished he could be a scorpion. That's what the frog wished he could be. He admired their exoskeletons and how their other animals respected their stinger. He admired, he loved them so much, he could even speak like them. This frog who was so into the scorpions that he wanted to be like them. The scorpion, however, wished he could be a frog, but he knew he could never swim or jump like his friend. Okay. So you're following so far, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in. The scorpion, however, wished he could be a frog, but he knew he could never swim or jump like his friend. Dem scorpion gwine sting ya soon, man, the other frogs warned. That's what's written here. That's how it's written. Him got poison in hibuki. You're reading this along with me. Don't act surprised. The scorpion is my friend, he told his fellow frogs. Plus, I've seen a frog eat a tadpole. Why should I be more worried about a scorpion than my own people? This is the foolish frog. The foolish frog, as you can tell, doesn't speak like his fellow frogs. This frog speaks. Should I say he speaks a little white? You see how the other frogs speak this way? 💂💄💌💔🕋 sunman. Nice Gullah accent, Nick. So the well-spoken frog then continues. They try to explain. The fellow frogs to the well-spoken frog try to explain that scorpions eat the same insects as frogs, but they also eat frogs. So they consider frogs to be their competition and their prey. So the older frogs even tried to explain that scorpions are born with an exoskeleton because they can't jump. They have stingers because they are not quick enough to catch their prey. They even warned the foolish frog that the other animals weren't afraid of scorpions. They just knew the only way a scorpion could hurt them is if they got too close. Okay. Listen to we, churn, said the other frogs. Una sin how them scorpion do we. This is why we can't move forward as a species, said the frog, the well-spoken frog. We need to stop focusing on the past and let go of that victim mentality, said the frog. But the frog wouldn't listen. One day the river flooded and all the other frogs began swimming to the banks. But the scorpion couldn't swim, so he asked the articulate frog for a ride on his back. Oh, so articulate. You're the articulate frog. That's racist. Remember, don't they say that? Oh, that black man on the TV is so articulate. My people say you'll sting me, the frog said to his scorpion friend reluctantly. Have you ever seen me sting another scorpion? The scorpion said. Maybe if your people stopped worrying about being stung and focused on being as articulate as you are, people would respect them more. Now let me ride on your back. Them scorpion gwant sting ya, the other frogs warned. Him got poison in hibuki. Una de how de woo do. But the articulate frog wouldn't listen. You really would stop hating scorpions so much? He says, you really should stop hating scorpions so much, he told the other frogs. Why would he sting me when we both have the same goals? Can't you see that we're all just trying to get out of the river? So the frog let the scorpion ride on his back. Of course, halfway across, the scorpion stung the frog. Why did you sting me? Asked the frog. Why did you sting me? Asked the frog. I thought we were friends. The frog could see the other frogs watching safely from the bank of the river. The scorpion could see all of the other scorpions drowning. And just before they both succumbed to their watery death, the scorpion leaned in close and smiled, and whispered his response loud enough for all surviving frogs and the dying scorpions to hear. Glizzard. In quotation marks. Damn, deep story, huh? Anyway, here's a frog. And then this person who shared this story finishes the tweet by writing, anyway, here's a video of a frog getting stung. Okay, it doesn't say glizzard, but my pass is in the mail. Okay, I'll show you my documentation tomorrow. So that's the story of the scorpion and the frog. You knew he was a scorpion, silly frog. Shut up, silly frog. You knew he was a scorpion. And so if you weren't following, this is a story shared by Michael Harriot. Apparently an old 𝒔𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 tale. And these were blacks who were brought over to America as slaves, apparently. And it's an old tale by them. You knew there were scorpions. And, yeah, you get it. You heard the story. The Chad scorpion versus the beta frog. Thank you. And with that, Sir Carver, you can please take a seat in the Ballers Lounge so that you can put up your legs and kick back and relax with some extra leg room for that beautiful first-class super chat. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that, sir. But yes, you knew I was a snake. So that's the story of that's what he's sharing. Then he shares this video, like I said, of a frog getting stung. Shall we watch the frog
president.
get stung? And Coulter, Vivek.
But I still would not have voted. You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that.
I'm being dramatic. I'm being black. I don't need to be so dramatic, exaggerated. There's nothing wrong with. I'm adding emotion to it where you don't need to. Okay, that's kind of evil. I'm just being bombastic. I'm hamming it up. Yeah. We need some. Wait, do we need some music for this? Hold up. Look at his smile.
That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment.
Look at his smile.
There. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than.
Oh, it's going down. No, I'm adding to it. I'm just being evil. I'm adding to it. That his smile fading away is the slow realization that he's the frog, and he just got stung by the scorpion, thinking that he was on the back of the scorpion, getting across the river together. I mean, that the scorpion was on his back, so that they could cross the river together. And Coulter in the trap. Welcome, Sugar Pancake Face. And I'm just being evil, okay? I'm just joking around. Because apparently he did not mind. Daily Beast here, Vivek Ramaswamy, praises Ann Coulter for saying he's too Indian to vote for. Vivek Ramaswamy praised Ann Coulter Wednesday for telling him that she would not have voted for him on the grounds that he is an Indian. After giving a warm introduction to Coulter, somebody I've been fascinated by for a long time on his Truth podcast, etc., etc. I too am a fan of yours, though I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it'll be fun. And anyways, they go on with they lay out the articulate point. Oh, spicy. Ramaswamy laughed, then sat stony-faced as she addressed his heritage. After explaining that she agreed with what Ramaswamy had said during his failed campaign, she went on, I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. She's a bit too racist for me, says Party. Come on. Why? Coulter first went on a rant about nationalism, arguing that Hitler had soup. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have soup, and claiming that the only people who are not allowed to be proud of their ethnic group do tend to be Anglo-Saxons. And she goes on to say things like that. Returning to her comment about Ramaswamy, she said, there is a core national identity that is the identity of the WASP. And that doesn't mean we can't take anyone else in, a Sri Lankan, a Japanese, or an Indian. But the core around which nation's values are formed is the WASP. Well, Daily Beast, you put that all the way in there. I'm sure you had your fun doing the racist thing, going like, oh my God, look at this racist. And she's white. I'm sure you had your fun doing that. But when we're in the world of so-called racists and white nationalists and all that, Ann Coulter is, I mean, look, she's like, all she's saying is there's a core national identity, but we'll take we'll take other people. That doesn't mean we won't take other people in. Come on, that's literally the position of the whole world. The Daily Beast. You're gonna make an article like this is radical. That's the position of the Japanese. Of maybe not so much anymore. But that's the position of a lot of places. You would not go to any of these countries and say, hey, now why is there seems to be a whole bunch of Japanese people in this country, and I'm wondering where the diversity is. I'm not saying anything that you haven't heard, but I had to say it. So Daily Beast, tell me, please, is this the radical you're talking about? Look, she said we'll let them all in, though. I mean, we'll let other people in. I'm sure she has her limits, and she said those. But you understand what I'm saying here? Out of the racists the so-called racists that we could pick out, and that's fine. Maybe she's cringy or something. I wouldn't say such a thing. Like Sean said, Christians don't cringe. I'm reminded of of something that who was it? It was a call on the Hake Report, and it was someone. It was it was not a call. It was Omar. Third Rail with Omar. Great interview with Omar there. You might want to check it out on thehakereport.com. And he's talking about how he experienced racism from Italians growing up. It's like they used to be treated like blacks. It's like they were basically black, and then all of a sudden they found out they were white, and then they start treating people like Omar, who was brown skinned. He's like Muslim or whatever, Arab. And they start treating us like crap. And I thought it was just a funny kind of a thing to say there about proportion and the right time and place to be that manly asshole, white asshole. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't know. Maybe you don't know what I'm saying. Let's move on from that. Ann Coulter here. Not to discount what she's saying at all. It's a big mess with immigration, existential. And but some interesting proofs in Congress with these bills to force the census to only count citizens. It's like, whoa, I thought that wasn't happening. I thought that was a big old conspiracy. Huh? Ain't that amazing? So I say that story with Omar and Hake because it reminds me of how, women too do this. They're like, if you take on, they could say the right things, but it could be with the wrong spirit. Not to say that about this situation. Don't get all sensitive. That doesn't look like Ramaswamy was being sensitive about it. We've never had a president who didn't have at least partial English ancestry. Never, Coulter continued. We've only had one Catholic president. So, the whole interview was, of course, a little bit more nuanced, as these things always are when they're clipped out of context and all that. And even if it wasn't, right? Free speech, free people talking. Okay, what else did I want to say about this? Not controversial what she's saying at all when we break it open, these so-called racists. And then the Indian comment, yeah. I wanted to see, because I wasn't aware of Ramaswamy's reaction to it, and apparently Daily Beast saying that Ramaswamy praised it. It looks like it's this part of the article. Ramaswamy and Coulter agreed to oppose the idea of dual citizenship. Arguing that the essence of citizenship is which nation to whom you had your undivided loyalty. Hey, makes sense to me. You and I agree on so much there. But where here's Coulter saying, I may fail to fully understand you is on that axis of citizenship, what does ethnicity have to do with the matter? Okay, so Ramaswamy reiterated that he disagreed with what Coulter said, but nevertheless commended her for saying it. And Coulter told me flat out to my face that she couldn't vote for me because you're an Indian, even though she agreed with me more than most other candidates, he wrote. I disagree with her, but respect she had the guts to speak her mind. It was a riveting hour. Right on, Ramaswamy. Good sport. Thanks for being a good sport. I don't know it'd be interesting what he thought on that further. And I'm reminded a little bit of my calls with Mark from California, whose calls I appreciate like everybody's. And I may have joined in with some of the calls of, not out of judgment, just because you guys know me, what I'm into. I sometimes maybe talk out of turn about big topics like economics and war and foreign policy, and you'll forgive the anchor baby for such things. I definitely give you the news when it's the news and my opinion when it's my opinion. But you'll forgive the anchor baby. And that my wheel, what I'm interested in is the heart and how people who even call themselves Christian can be evil. And I know the secret why, anger. And I need to tell the world. Anyways, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. But on Mark, even though I may not know the things he's talking about and what others are talking about, I didn't see the documentary he wants me to watch and all of that. These people are quite knowledgeable, and remember they are unafraid to talk about it in America, and how men were in this America. And for all the calling out of anger that I may do, the thing that I have no problem with is, for example, he said, I asked him, because he had just finished with telling myself and the audience about all the ills with America and what's going on with race and how whites are hated and they're being they're bred out and going to be extinct. Anti-white hatred at all levels, and these immigrants who coming in that they're just more of the same. More of these people who hate America and whites, or at least easily brainwashed to be, at the very least, pawns of this game. And after he got finished telling me all that, which we don't disagree with, he's quite factual. I'm like, so what do? What does the young individual white guy listening to you do? You know, he said something about vote white. He said vote white. People didn't like that. You know, out of all the things that we could talk about here, that's not that controversial. It's like, why? Tell me why that's bad. Well, it's about merit. It's about merit, Nick. Okay, well, the white man that is deserving of the job most. And if we're going to talk about merit, well, I think we got to go a little bit more than we're talking about merit. It's like, we're going to get into merit and stuff. It's like, hold up. What about the progeny of those who made this country? But anyways, you know, I'm just saying that that's not just automatically bad, is all I'm trying to say. And kind of trying to get some of you to kind of think a little differently. There's to think a little differently and openly, because there's nothing controversial about that. You know, you can even, if you want to be nitpicky with like Ann Coulter, be like, why wouldn't you vote for Ramaswamy? It's like, maybe you can be nitpicky, sure, but in general, let's keep it general. If you wanted to be like, oh, Ann Coulter is silly, is silly, and this is just bad strategy, like at this point in time, it's time to vote for an Indian, blah, blah, blah. Let's say Trump didn't exist. Whatever. Argue away. But that's an interesting point, man. The people would a nation. What is the people? Anyways, I'm not saying anything anymore. You know, you may be an Indian with the heart of an American, but you can't. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to talk about the reaction to Ann Coulter. You can make some points, I guess, about strategy here. I'm not sure. I don't know what to tell you. But this whole story here with the Scorpion and controversy with Ann Coulter, also kind of it is an interesting thing with this part of the story where the Scorpion is. I mean, the frog, he wants to move on. He wants to move forward as a species. This is why we can't move forward as a species. We need to stop focusing on the past and let go of that victim mentality, said the frog, the articulate frog, which the other frogs, in the story at least, correctly warned him against the Scorpion, the foolish, foolish frog. But this is an interesting part of the story. This articulate frog said something that we kind of say a lot. We say this a lot. Who's we? Conservatives, Christians, maybe. Is about victim mentality, hate, blame, and victimhood. I've talked about it. Jesse Lee Peterson's talked. This truth of anger and how it holds you back. And how all angry people and blamers all act the same. Okay. And this same statement here is kind of being confronted. I don't know about confronted is the right word, but there's an interesting thread with Dennis Prager, and I want to pull that up in a second here. But yeah, that's what the Anchor Baby was thinking about. The Frog and the Scorpion, Ann Coulter, and hate, blame, and victimhood. They're talking about it. Dennis Prager's being asked about it. Well, I don't know if he's being asked about it, but there's a post, like an interesting post going around. So I think I want to pull it up. For the sake of conversation here, you can call in 760-515-3855. We're flying on our way to Memphis here, Spirit Airlines. And we're in the cockpit here. Look, we're flying beautifully. No complaints. It couldn't be better. It just couldn't be better. Right? Okay. Beautiful. But we're chilling right now. 38,000 feet in the air. The Chad Scorpion versus the Beta Frog. Let's see here. You knew damn well I was a snake. Thanks, Mr. Pink. You know, in fact, I had some calls. My apologies. I had the lines muted. 760-515-3855. They don't tell you frogs like to live in the well. Huh. How you doing, bald man? Thank you. Mena says, everyone's loyalty is to their race except brainwashed commie whites. You know, there's a lot of truth to that statement, Mena. I love the Spirit Airlines livery colors. It's just a delight to fly, despite the reputation. And the I think I have the snazzy Spirit Airlines cockpit. Let me check. Oh no, I don't. All these seats would be yellow right now if I had it loaded up. But we're flying beautifully. You know, what can I say? Kick back and relax. How's your Friday going so far? What are y'all up to? Spirit doesn't crash when Nick is flying the plane. You know it. Amazing. Yeah, not much going on. I'm on Twitter right now. Fuentes being unbanned on Twitter has been interesting. You know, it really is a... they really done did it. Drake's popularity is flipping. It's going down. Something thought before never possible. Just like Israel. Dennis Prager. What was it? How do I find this?
Wanting to
Victim mentality. It's a conversation on Twitter. I came across this posted by Lucas Gage. Lucas Gage on Twitter. And he posted this. It says, according to Dennis Prager. Okay, hold up. Let me turn this down. Because, you know, it's interesting. Like the Scorpion. I haven't even quite thought about this a lot. I just knew it was interesting, and you know, we're chilling today. Not much going on. I'm just on Twitter, and and there's this thing out here. Look, Dennis Prager talking about victim mentality. We talk about this a lot, about what holds you back. And so Lucas Gage posts this video I'm about to show you, and he writes, according to Dennis Prager, the reason blacks didn't become successful after slavery, like how the Jews became successful after the Holocaust, is because Jews don't see themselves as victims. LMAO, have you ever heard of such chutzpah? I think that's how you say that.
Of the Jewish tradition, why after such a dramatic event that happened to Jews, okay, with the intentions of wanting to eliminate every single Jew on the face of the planet, right? This is what Hitler's vision was, right? Why is it years later, after a crisis like that, what values and principles helped Jews pretty much own Hollywood do well in business, do well in life.
Oh, I'll tell you, I have the answer
Go
for
for
you.
it, yeah.
They didn't see themselves as victims. It is the most paralyzing thing in black life, what the left is doing.
Chutzpah. That's how you say that. Chutzpah.
To blacks. The left hates you, blacks. Just you. No, they don't hate you. They have contempt for you. Telling you you're a victim is paralyzing. Jews did not walk around thinking they're victims even after the Holocaust.
Why not?
Because they knew it is completely self-destructive.
How did they know?
I don't know. It's a great... well, maybe because of the Jewish tradition has always been, we take responsibility.
There's people in my chat. They're not liking Dennis Prager saying this right now. Why? You're saying another lie? You're saying...
They know.
I don't know. It's a great... well, maybe because of the Jewish tradition has always been, we take responsibility for our own suffering.
So why wouldn't the media try to target the Jews to make them feel victims? How come they didn't succeed with Jews?
The media doesn't have contempt for Jews. It has contempt
Why
for
not,
blacks.
though? Why not?
Because the left has contempt for blacks. Because they use them. They don't use Jews.
Why? Why can't they use Jews? If they can use any sect, they would do it. So why can't they use Jews?
Well, Jews are disproportionately on the left. I mean, there's no way around it. So in effect, there's no need to keep.
They already
Jews
have them in a sense.
Yeah, in a sense, yes.
I got
They're
you.
already captured, is what Dennis Prager is saying in a sense about the left liberal Jews. Yeah, like I said, I just knew this was interesting. I haven't quite thought about it in depth. Lucas Gage, when he posts this, is I guess making this. I guess he doesn't agree that the Jews didn't see themselves as victims. I guess is what I'm gathering, maybe. That Dennis Prager saying the Jews did not see themselves as victims, maybe Lucas Gage is maybe incredulous at something like that. And like I said, it's an interesting thing, as we say this a lot. We talk about being victims and how that's what's holding people back, anger and judgment. And I look at black people at large, and that's just honestly true. When you see that it's not just black people, and what I've seen in my life is that anybody with that hate, blame, and victimhood has been held back. I mean, maybe all of you, maybe a lot of my viewers here grew up in an America where it was divided and he said, she said about this race and that race, about what race is doing what and keeping score, and it's been years, and it's like it's been a mess in the media and Obama, man, Nick, you don't understand. But I grew up in a time where all of my peers, black, white, doesn't matter, all of my peers have this same like hate, blame, and victimhood. And they are not doing so hot. They're not competent in their lives. They're this is anecdotal, right? Maybe I was around a certain type of people, but this is the world I grew up in. You got to understand what I'm saying here. And they're all held back by the same spirit. And I hear some of my friends talk, and it's the way someone older who would call my show would say, this is how blacks talk. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not a lie what they're saying. It's just that this is like, it's gone beyond that. Anyways, now I'm just rambling. What I'm trying to say here is that victimhood is definitely negative force. Okay? Negative force. Don't care what anybody tells me. The premise here, that blacks didn't become successful after slavery. Now, they did, though. Somewhat. And that flipped, okay? There was this is just my impression, but blacks were more likely to be married than white women. Black women were more likely to be married from 1890 to 1960. Okay, I got that from ChatGPT. I don't know what you can take that however you will. But that premise is an interesting thing. Not becoming successful after slavery. Like, when I think about the Jews even, because the mind can't help but go to, Well, this is for those who maybe don't think that the Jews are not that did. This is for those that disagree with Dennis Prager saying that the Jews don't play the victim. And say, well, they use the Holocaust. It's been they're calling for anti-Semitism, blah blah blah. Sorry, I'm a little freaked out here. We got to slow down the plane, or else we're gonna break apart in the air. That's no good. They say, for those who might disagree with Dennis, saying, okay, well, they're talking about anti-Semitism, blah blah blah. I gotta say, this is just my impression of all that. I don't think the Jews are doing so hot either with what's going on lately. Do you understand? Them getting into that more and getting into anti-Semitism and the isms and saying that the world's against them. Have you noticed with this October 7th and Hamas and all that, Kanye West, anti-Semitism act in Congress, I've noticed a whole bunch of just people who grew up Jewish, liberal Jews or whatever, people who are not religious, people who don't care about Israel, become suddenly pro-Israel, staunch Zionist, whatever, being activated almost by all this anger and getting into the isms and getting into all that. So I'm saying that I don't think this is positive for the Jews either. I don't think this is a positive turn of events. This is just my impression of things, right? I'm just kind of speaking off the cuff, speaking off the cuff of how I see things, how I honestly see things. So I don't know what the vibe is here. If it's like, yeah, whatever, Dennis, you're gonna pretend like Jews aren't playing victims. They're totally playing victims, and look at them. They're doing amazing. They run everything. So ergo, play victim? No. I'm saying I think we can clearly see that even the Jews adopting that are going down a dark path. White people adopting that are going down a dark path. As right as some of them may, as right as any of them may be factually about race and whatever's going on. So it's just things I'm thinking about. What can I say? These are just things I'm thinking about. Just speaking. What am I obfuscating, Tomas? I would like to clear it up because I'm just speaking like off the cuff. There may be things that are unclear, and it's a topic that we talk about victimhood, hate, blame, and victimhood. What holds you back? And in this topic, what have I said that's unclear so far? I would love to clear it up because it's just off the cuff, right, Tomas? What am I obfuscating? Because there's a lot of that talk, and it's just strange. Like, what's the big conspiracy that we're hiding? I would love to talk about it. Obfuscation means hiding something. But what else? Victimhood. Something I found interesting. What's up, Mario Ubaldo? Thank you so much for your super chat there. Says, hola, Nick. Have a blessed weekend. Please sit in your first class seat. Thank you so much, Mario Ubaldo. How you doing? How you been? Nice to see you in the chat. Thank you. Appreciate all first class super chatters. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/American Anchor Baby. Okay. Define stagflation. What, you want a graph or something? No, we can't do economics right now. All right, we need an x-axis. We need a y-axis. Okay, we got the x-axis. We got our y-axis. Okay. What's up, Carver? Welcome. Appreciate it. Get your weekend on. Okay, our horizontal x-axis is time. time. And our y-axis is, let's call it inflation rate. Okay. Okay. And we have another metric, unemployment rate. We'll put it on this side. You wanted the stagflation, right? So as inflation goes up, so does increasing unemployment. Okay. Showing us the economic condition of slow economic growth and high unemployment. This leads us to high prices and other things. We don't need to do this. Okay. Thanks. Flat Earth Victory says never mind. So I think we can move on. Thank you, Birdie Bound Brian. Appreciate that. Sit in your first class seat. He says, you get a graph. You get a graph. Air Marshal Birdie Bound Brian is sitting in his first class seat and he's enjoying it. He's loving the drinkies and snackies. And he's joined alongside Mr. Pink, who says, shout out to America for 13th Amendment and Nick. What a mess. Please sit in your first class seats, sirs. And new ballers on the plane. Okay. Well, what else? You get why that's interesting, right? Like, okay. But yes, what else was I going to do here? Oh, let's move this. My apologies. Testing. 760-515-3855. Let's get into this, though. Yeah, there's not much else to say about that. Hate, blame, and victimhood. Kick back here for a moment as we get something situated. Appreciate the patience.
Call from
Hello, caller. You're on the air. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, man, it's Josh from Georgia.
How you doing, Josh? Welcome, sir. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Let me get situated
where you?
here. Welcome
Was
on
that?
the plane.
Okay.
Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Were you done with the victimhood story, or were you about to move on to?
I mean, we're
I can talk
chilling
about
right
that.
now. You talk about anything you like, really. It's, like I said, not much going on.
Yeah,
we're kicking
it's
it back
Mother's Day
today.
weekend. Yeah, Mother's Day weekend, man.
That's true. You were the one saying that we're on a Spirit Airlines flight to Memphis on Mother's Day. What a mess.
Yeah, man. Memphis and Spirit. That's Black Mama Spirit. Man.
Black Mama Spirit Airlines. What a mess.
Yeah.
Big time. You doing anything with the with Mama Dukes?
No, man. I've kind of that's. I'm not. I haven't talked to my mom in a while, man.
Oh yeah, she's doing all right.
I kind of I think I'm showing her more love by staying away from her.
Oh yeah.
Because she's kind of I mean, she treats me like a 4-year-old, right?
Oh, true.
So yeah, I mean,
and she won't quit it.
She won't quit, man. She can't help it, you know. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm trying to grow up. You know, I'm almost 40, man.
I mean, you're out doing your thing.
Yeah.
You've had.
So it's like
she's had 40 Mother's Days. Well,
almost.
Yeah.
Almost. I'm 36, so this will be the 36th one. But I think honestly, this may be the first Mother's Day where I think I may not even call my mom or text. I think that's too harsh.
You said too harsh for no Mother's Day text?
Yeah, no text or call.
Poop son. Diarrhea son.
Just because, you know, I mean, it's like it's an obligation. Doing it out of obligation is fake, right?
Evil diarrhea son.
Diarrhea.
How does she raise such a son?
I know. I mean, I think, but you know, I've been away. I've been away from all my family for a while, so it's.
But it feels like that's the first thing people miss about love. They're like, "Why don't you call?" Da, da, da. And it's like, with the assumption that that's like you just said, it's like, wait, so you want me to go along with this guilt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's another thing if you're doing it, you know, with no guilt, but that's not how most people operate. I notice.
Yeah.
It's a guilt thing.
It would be out of guilt. It would be out of pure guilt.
Oh my God, Mom. Oh, how you doing? Like we got to do something.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I used to be heavy into that. You know, on Facebook and social media, everyone posts their mom, the picture with their mom.
You gotta get the Mother's Day pics with the fit on.
Gotta get the Mother's Day pic
with the Mother's Day fit, with the with the socks with the holsters that hold them up and all that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean I'd say that's propaganda too. You know, the government whoever came up with Mother's Day. The government.
I feel like Hake busted this one wide open on one of his Hake reports.
Did he?
And who?
This week?
And
Did he
who?
talk about it this week?
No. This must have been like maybe last year or maybe even before that.
Oh, a year. Yeah. I think he did.
But I feel like he did, and he talked about maybe the peace groups and stuff behind it. Mother's Day. I think if I remember, originally Mother's Day had nothing to do with mothers, like all mothers. It had to do with like war mothers. I think like mothers, like I'm trying to find it here. Mother's Friendship Day, the purpose of which was to reunite families that had been divided during the Civil War.
Whoa.
So it's like it was about war stuff and about particular women and mothers, and now it's like all mothers.
Yeah.
But anyways.
It's propaganda just like that frog and scorpion story, man. It's all propaganda.
The communist propaganda, you say, the frog and scorpion story?
Yeah. It goes hand in hand with Mother's Day, you know.
It's one thing,
mama.
And it's like on its face, it wouldn't even be a big deal because let's say we loved our mothers. Then it's like, okay, yeah, it's a Mother's Day. We're commemorating the moms and all that. But that's not what it is. This whole thing is part of this big ego push that is not love and is not loving mothers.
Yeah. It's commercially. Well, yeah, it's a business. Business too. Everyone has to get a Mother's Day card.
Yes, sir.
And,
but you forgave your mother. Like I mean, I feel like I've been talking to you over the years and stuff. I don't want to put stuff in your mouth, but you forgave your mom and all that. Something we talk.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, something that's a topic. It's been brought up. If you don't know Jesse Lee Peterson, check him out. But it's not that mysterious. Everything starts in the home, and the first trauma is in the home. So for those who are tuning in that don't know, but okay, so you forgave her.
Yeah, I didn't. I realized it was hatred, that the guilt, that why I act so funny around her, it's guilt, and that's
You
from hatred.
do you still act funny around her?
You know, I probably, it's been a while since I've been around her, but I probably a little bit, you know, but not as bad as I used to be, definitely. But
Do you
know,
want?
it's like,
Do you want to call her?
No, I want to know what it's like to not. This will be the first Mother's Day where I didn't call her. You know?
Okay.
So I think.
But you don't want to call her.
You know, I may. I don't know.
No, but I'm asking if
really
you want to. Like, besides what you should, besides being alpha, besides being I forgave her, besides irrespective of all those things, do you want to call her?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
No.
Right on, sir. Makes sense. Yeah. Because like I'm only bringing that up because you know, after a certain time, and I'm not saying this about you. I'm just saying this is in general for those who've been listening. You know, we talk about the mothers and forgiving. At some point, you know, it's like we keep growing. At some point, we keep going and we grow and we don't trip if mom treats you like mom, because mom's gonna be mom. Not everyone's gonna wake up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like mom's gonna be mom, and at some point we can like grow past all that, and we can let her be mom.
Right.
Anyways, that's a little thing here for Mother's Day. Call your moms if you want to.
Yeah, man. it's fall. They don't treat Father's Day the. Well, I know in the black community, everybody is very pro mama, and then Father's Day is like nothing.
Right.
You know, but Mother's Day is like a Christmas.
Which is like, don't change it. You know, it's like, I like that they bring it up. It's like, yeah, that's true. Where's the love for the Father's Day? It seems like it's like forgotten. Who cares?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wonder if there was a council of dads. I wonder if it's like, no. Imagine there was a real change. And they started giving more attention to Father's Day. It's like, now you got to do stuff. Now we got to get up and get dressed because we're doing stuff for the Father's Day. We're giving it more attention. I think that the Council of Dads would have to get together and be like, this is a problem and we got to do something. That's the day when everyone ignores us. We get to be alone. If I was a dad, I'd appreciate that. It's like, what does dad want to do? Leave the man alone.
Yeah. We don't want praise. We like gifts. Getting gifts is. I mean, I don't know. It's not a. I don't want someone to get me a gift. You know, or you know, I don't want praise. I don't want. I think men in general don't really want anything that boosts your ego. You know, or anything that like, I don't even care about my birthday, you know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I've never cared about that either.
Yeah.
Right on, sir. We'll keep on trucking and
yes, sir.
Whatever about your mom. No, I'm joking. All right, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call, man.
Appreciate the show, man.
Call me again.
All right, man. Yep.
Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Appreciate the mothers. I became so appreciative of my mother. Yeah, I'll call my mom. I might see her. Anyways. What are we doing now? 760-515-3855. Flying beautifully here. If you want to call the anchor, baby. But okay, where are we? 340 nautical miles. That sounds like a lot. Oh, our TCAS is on standby. We want to turn that on. And we're kind of slow. What's going on here? Oh, someone's little elbow must have knocked the throttle out of position, and we were slowly falling out of the sky, but nothing to fear here. You know, you see that red block there? Do you see how the speed here is under 200? You see, we were slowly getting slower. If that line were to get to where the red is, that's stall territory. We fall out of the sky there. But it's a good thing we checked, right? You know, your little elbow could just mistakenly hit the throttle, and it's just a domino effect from there. Hey, Joe Mama, White Lion, Lord High Prince, Matt, living the dream. Welcome, Pablo. Appreciate it, everybody. Nose diving with the anchor, baby. But we are on course. Oh boy, are we on course? Are we on course? Yes. Nav mode is on. Autopilot is on. Oh. Okay, autopilot is not coming on for some reason. Maybe it's due to the little issue from earlier. They seem to be stacking up. Still nothing to be worried as long as we're flying relatively level. As you can see, we're not flying our directed, our flight directed path here. We'll just get on there, no big deal. Hey, it's a learning experience, trial and error sometimes. Nick, I'm an FAA licensed AMT. Right on, White Line. Good to have you here. Hopefully we won't need your services. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so what do we got next? Because there's like not much going on, I'm on Twitter messing around. See what the people are saying. Because we're making our way to Memphis here. And I had seen something on Twitter here. Where was it? Oh, crud. This was crazy. This was actually crazy.
What? Tiene pantalones blancos. He don't got no hat on, right?
You see this? Trying to find the news story for this.
Looking down and looking up. He making sure she's knocked out, you heard? And she did passed out. La mujer passed out, you know that, right?
La mujer está passed out.
Yeah.
And I think this is New York. I'm trying to pull up the news.
You're looking at the car in the front.
But yeah, here it is again.
There you go. What? Tiene pantalones blancos. He don't got no hat on, right?
Trying to track down a suspect in a disturbing sex assault that was caught on a surveillance camera. The video is making the rounds on social media. We have to warn you, it is disturbing. Police say the suspect had a brief conversation with a 45-year-old in Melrose on 152nd Street. When she walked away, he followed her. Police say he then used his belt as a lasso. He threw it around her neck. The victim fell backwards, slammed her head on the ground, and blacked out. Police say the man then dragged her with a belt around her neck down the street and between two parked cars before sexually assaulting her.
So when I looked at the video, I was so angry.
The victim's recovering, but if you recognize this man, please call police.
That's crazy. I mean, look, we're talking about the hair. Oh, what are we talking about? What are we?
As a
I think this is let me say. I gotta say. This is a Norwood 2. I gotta say. I'd call this a Norwood 2. Norwood 2. I mean, it's kind of really hard into Norwood 3. Let's be real. This is honestly a Norwood 3. Very developed. He's really just this front bit. Should this go diffuse, he would be a Norwood 4, which would be Elon Musk before the plugs territory. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, Norwood 4, that's what we're talking about there. Okay, Norwood 4, Elon Musk. That's 4. Norwood 3, you got to watch out for those 3s. You got to watch out for those POC Norwood 3s. Foreign, and foreign maybe even, specifically. But yes, that's a Norwood 3 we're looking at. Norwood, what the F is a Norwood? Ask Yes Gunner. Sounds like Yes Gunner's not going to make it.
Threw it around her neck. The victim fell backwards, slammed.
He was identified as a man in a blue shirt, so keep your eye out for the blue shirt. What a mess.
Call from
Eric.
And caller, I appreciate your call. We're about to get to you. You know, I've said this before about watching your backs, and it's some even like kind of have like a, that's a fearful way of living kind of reaction to that. But it is crazy out there. I'm not saying live in fear. Live your life, but just keep your head on a swivel, okay? If anyone acts halfway weird, don't mess with it. Time to move on. Get away from the situation. Put distance between you. You're in your car. You got to understand something. So this is something that people don't think about. This is something that people don't put together. A carjacker wants you in your car. Once you leave your car, yeah, people can still mess with it and steal it and all that. But if a carjacker wants an easy target in their car because they need the keys, okay? There's stealing of cars in other ways. It's not quite. It's a little more difficult with modern cars, etc. The way to do it is to have the person who owns the vehicle in their car, but they need to be unaware. They need to be maybe in the dark, parked. They need to be parked. And so that is the perfect target, because the key is there, especially if the target is maybe weaker individual, a woman. So that is your transitional space. It's those spaces that you got to be aware of when you're closing and locking doors, when you're getting in and out of your house, when you're getting in and out of your car. That's when you watch your back. That's when you check your world, okay? So if someone's walking up to you in a weird way, you just leave. Doesn't matter. Oh, what's the person want to ask me? That person looks like they want to ask me a question. Doesn't matter. They got Google. Ask Google. That's the world we live in. I don't care what you know what I'm saying? They can ask Google. You drive away. You get out of there. And understand, people don't really put those two together. That I'm in my car, so my car's safe. I'm here with it. No, you're now, the key is with the car. You're now a target. But I have a caller here. Let's not keep you on hold. Appreciate it. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Eric, and I'm calling from Texas.
What's up, Eric? Appreciate your call. Welcome.
Yes, sir. I was wondering if I could call for like some advice.
You're more than welcome to. Absolutely. How'd you hear about my show?
I heard about it through JOP. I've seen a few of like your flight shows.
Very nice.
I watch most of the like the Anchor Baby daily shows.
Right on, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I watch most of them. I lurk most of the time. I don't chat much, but
shout out.
Just lurk, you know.
Appreciate it, sir. It's you're untainted from the ills of the snake pit.
Yeah.
Life's hard enough, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't need the snake.
Heck yeah, bro.
Right on, sir.
Heck yeah. But nah, I was just calling in because I guess I just wanted to get your thoughts on I guess how I could go on about this, but I wanted to see I guess how I could go on about like quit like smoking, because I've been smoking weed for a long time, dude. And like I smoke it on a daily. It's like I wake up, it's like boom, I'm smoking. It's like midday, night, and I guess I just do it, and by the time like I'm already high, it's like I'm like, damn, it's like that's when I realize like I already smoked. You know what I mean?
And it's like I was supposed to be aware or something.
Yeah,
it's
like I catch it, but by the time I catch it, I'm already high, and I'm like what the, and like that's when I catch it. But I guess it's like I don't know how to go about it, and I don't know if it's just because it's like I've done it for like every day for years. it just became a habit or something like that, you know. But
right.
like I want to quit, but I guess I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Like
Totally.
I guess how I could go on about that.
So, do you mind if I ask? Any questions to ask? Of course, anything you don't want to say, personal, don't say. But if I may ask, how old are you?
I am 26.
Nice. Okay. And how long you been smoking pot?
Since I was like probably 13, 14.
Smoking a long time. Big habit.
Yeah.
Big chiefer.
Yeah.
I understand, man. And why do you want to stop?
It's expensive, dude, and not just because it's expensive, but I see like it gets in the way of just like work and stuff. I'll be working and like I'll be forgetting stuff, and by the time I remember, like it's too late or my boss is already getting on to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's small stuff like that.
It's like you see it's affecting you that way.
Yeah. So it's like I see it affecting me, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's like I feel like I can't let it go, you know?
I understand.
Yeah.
So when you're smoking, and then you're like, hi, and then you're like, then what? And then you realize something. You described realizing something at that point. What? Can you describe that a little bit?
Like when I realized that I'm high?
Yeah, you're describing like kind of noticing after now you're high. What you like realize something, like you notice that that's too late, I guess. Why? Can you describe that moment? How'd you get there?
Like I guess like are you asking to describe like the realization?
Yeah, that moment and what you're thinking in that moment, what you're feeling in that moment.
Yeah, I guess it's like I slowly start like slipping into it, but like I'll smoke and at first it's like I guess like it's kicking in, like I see the thoughts and then I guess I just become unaware and I'm just like working or doing whatever, and then all of a sudden like I just stop. And I don't know, dude. It's like it's weird. It's like this like weird I don't know how to explain it, like where it comes from, but I feel it's like this awakening or something to where like I just stop. I'm like, oh dang.
Well, you're like you're working. You said you're in the middle of work.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you'll be like high then.
Yeah.
You'll be like working and you'll be high and then you'll have one of these realizations.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not like right after you smoke or something, like.
No, it's like.
And what is it that you realize? What is it that you realize?
It's like I guess like I'm high when I'm not supposed to, you know.
Okay. So
like,
what about? Are there times? I cut you off. Please finish your thought.
No. I guess I was just gonna say it's like when I'm working and stuff like that, it's like I'm not really supposed to be high, but I am, you know.
Okay.
It's like,
and you think to yourself, I shouldn't be high. And
yeah.
That's what you realize. You just realize you shouldn't be high right there.
Yeah.
So what about after work?
Like smoking after work?
Yeah. Do you have the same realizations and thoughts, like I shouldn't be high right now?
Sometimes.
Why is that? You're not working.
I don't. Yeah, I guess it's like I don't know, dude, cause like I see it and it's like I guess it's cause I keep telling myself that I'ma stop, but then like I don't.
Okay, interesting. I want to get back to that, but you said
okay.
But you said, but yeah. So when you get home, do you think to yourself, I shouldn't be high right now, or do you think, well, now I'm off work, I guess I can't be high now?
I guess it depends on the situation. Like if I have stuff to do, like it'll hit me like that. But sometimes, like I guess if like I'm just going to sleep, it's like I'll just do it and I'll be like, oh, it's like I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Like I'm going to sleep.
So you don't feel so bad about it then, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, well, I'm not working. So
yeah.
So you don't really think the pot is that bad. Huh?
Yeah.
You just want to be more aware, more conscious, less high at times when you shouldn't be, not
Yes.
not needed so much, but all that. So I guess maybe if I'm confusing here, what I'm trying is I'm interested in hearing this line of questioning is how you see the pot itself. Like is it this evil thing? Is like how do you see it? How do you see the pot itself? Because if it was this evil thing, then you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'll let you.
I don't.
What
see
are you
it
thinking
necessarily
right
as
then?
Evil. Like I don't see it necessarily as evil. It's like but I don't know. I guess like I have no judgment about it. I used to I used to promote it, dude. I used to be, everybody needs to try it. It's like you need to smoke. Like you'll be relaxed, this and that. But I guess it's like now like I guess I don't know, like I guess I just do it out of habit.
I understand. So explain that a little bit more. You said you don't judge yourself. What are your thoughts on all that? It sounds like you may have heard it sounds like you may have heard not to judge yourself over this, and you're saying you don't judge yourself over this. Can you just describe your knowing of this, if you can? Describe how you know that and what you believe and think about what you just said. Am I being clear? Sorry.
Yeah. I guess like how I came into the knowing of not judging myself.
Sure.
I guess I heard it from 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒐. Like I've listened to him for a bit, and I've called in once to his show as well.
I understand.
So I guess like that's where I got like the not to judge myself, but
and how do you know
I've heard him.
How do you know you're not doing that?
That I'm not judging myself?
Yeah.
That is a really good question because I don't know like if I'm really like not judging myself. I guess it's like I see myself, but I'm just like, oh dang, it's like I'm high. It's like maybe I shouldn't be high right now. And then I guess like I just keep going about like my business or whatever.
Well, let's break this down further.
You know?
How is it that you don't know the answer to if you're judging yourself or not? Why do you see judgment?
What? No, wait. Say that again.
I said.
No, I'm just saying it
you,
because like it kind of blew my mind, bro. Say that again.
Wait, what? No, it was just a question. I'm asking you.
No, yeah,
I'm
like
breaking it down further because
yeah.
you're saying you don't know. You say you don't know if you're judging yourself. But this is a really basic question if you think about it. It's something you should know.
Well, I guess
and so my question now is, how do you see what is judgment to you?
What is judgment to me?
Yeah, what is it? How do you see that?
I guess judgment would be I guess like when people are doing something and then it's like people are like, oh, that's good or bad, and like if people are saying something about it, I guess like if somebody does something and somebody's like, oh, it's like look at him, it's like he's dumb or he's smart. I guess like I guess in my point of view, it's like if it's nothing else other than like, oh, it's like that's none of my business. I guess like that would be judgment, you know. It's like to each their own.
I understand. All right. Interesting stuff, man. I understand what you're going through a little bit. And if I may offer just the tiniest bit here of maybe a help or advice, you called in for it.
Yeah.
I asked you all that because okay. Because when you told me that you didn't judge yourself, that part is important because if you can deal with that well, then you can do the next part of the plan. And here's what I mean. Here's what I mean. The real thing that's keeping you in a vice, so to speak, in a thought, in a let's call it a pattern. Let's call it like a pattern, a loop. What's got you stuck in loops is judgment, and judgment itself is only in the mind, and it's done by the judger himself, Satan, in your mind. And if that's not clear, I'm sorry, but that rigmarole in your head, thinking you're bad or good. Here's let me put it simpler. Let me put it clearer. Because why I'm having trouble is because you may not be doing this, but for those who are listening who may be doing this, this is your step one. is you calm down and you stop playing that game that makes your situation way bigger than it is. You may not be doing this, but we'll get to this part, step 2 here. But yeah, step 1 is calm down and stop playing that game that makes your situation bigger than it is. And the game is in the head, and the game is always telling you the same thing. Oh, what your problem is the pot. The thing that's keeping you from awareness is the pot. The thing that's keeping you from all these things is the pot, blah, blah, blah. Now, obviously, there are some physiological, biological things that pot and other things can do to you. But that's secondary to the main thing that we're dealing with here, which is the spirit that's causing you to do it in the first place, right? So don't worry about the biological things, the physiological, my awareness, my memory. Do not trip about that, because if you do, that is just Satan's way of bringing you back to his out of step 1, okay? Back to the beginning there, which many keep going back to after already dealing with it. So you follow me so far? You stop playing that game. You stop tripping about the physiological, biological things, because that'll come later. You got to deal with the spirit, and the body will heal itself. So you stop the tripping out in the judgment, so that you may now be able to do this part. And this is what I mean. And it's so that you may be able to do this next part with awareness. And the next part is this. The next time you get the urge to do anything, to smoke pot or anything, you don't fight it. You can try. You can maybe try. Don't hear me and think, I get a feeling, and so I'm just going to smoke pot and let it be. You could try. You could definitely try. You could definitely ask Jesus, ask God for some help. And you know what I'm saying? The Bible even says to resist the devil. And he will flee. And so you do. So now that you got a little bit of awareness on your side to help you with this work, the next time the urge, anything comes, you just feel it. You just feel it and 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 keep feeling it and keep learning. And so many, and you will start getting separated from all these things that you're doing.
Yeah.
And because the pot's not that big of a deal, man. And like, here's the problem: your memory and all that. It's like, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, it makes you a less effective worker. It makes you don't want that, obviously, but you already know that. You already know you don't want that. You already know that. And if you trip about it and go like, I'm not an effective worker, I'm less of a person to other people, you're not helping those people you're thinking about, and you're not helping yourself. Are you following me so far? So you gotta just you gotta just do the best you can. And let God do his work. Okay?
Amazing. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and it's like you might smoke pot for a long time, and please almost disregard what I just said, because I know how the mind works, and and you're gonna think, yeah, Nick said I'm gonna smoke pot for years. Almost disregard what I just said, but I'm just saying that's not the from what I can tell, that's not God's focus.
Yeah.
When I look at my life and where God is focusing, which sounds a little strange to say, Nick, well, show me how you know where God is focusing, but just communicate with me for a second. From what I can tell, he's not focusing on these stupid things. He's focusing on my awareness. Awareness, which is letting me deal with all those things.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything? Speak, please. I'm kind of I'm rambling a bit. What do you understand about that? Is there something that helps?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess like thinking about it, the way you said it, where you said it's like it may be the judgment. I guess it's like I may be judging myself because like at times I guess like when I'm like sluggish or forgetting stuff, like I'll be thinking it's like, damn, like I effed up. It's like now I'm gonna get in trouble. It's like now this, now that, and then I'll kind of get caught up in that for a bit, and then I'll just forget about it eventually. But I guess like I do judge myself at times.
It says
like
yeah.
like well when you said well like I guess like when you were explaining it like I guess what I'm seeing is those thoughts that I do get at that time, it's like is judgment or like just judging myself, you know.
Right, and it sounded like you said you heard Jesse say to not judge, and you even said I don't judge myself, but it sounded like textbook judgment. This is what people and think about it. It's not even like who's doing that, man. Think about that. Who's saying that in your head? But this is textbook. Everybody does the same thing. Look at this thing that I'm into, and then it's like, oh no, look at this thing I'm doing. Everyone reacts the same way in the mind. This should tell us something. There's a really big conspiracy going on, and Satan's playing it in our heads, man. He wants us. He wants our souls. So here's what you do. Next time you get, let's say you find yourself high, and it's a funny way to say that. But I feel like you understand me. You find yourself high, and try your best, and don't judge yourself. Don't trip about it. Just relax. But try your best to bring that moment where you realize that you're high and bring it closer to the moment when you do it. Okay, let me explain what I mean. It almost feels like it's like when you realize you're high, it's like you say to yourself, oh, it's too late. Ignore the voices telling you it's too late. But next time, just try and notice it sooner. Just before you even smoke it. At least before you even smoke it, be like, wow, look at me. I'm about to smoke weed. I've heard Jesse say this so many times, but it's true because I do that with my life. I look at myself doing things. I literally look at myself doing things. Do you understand that? Yeah. So next time, just try and bring that awareness closer to the, just like doing reps. Like increase your time. You know what I mean? Don't notice so late. Notice sooner. Just do your best to really notice. Like I'm rolling it up. I'm smoking this thing. And then I bet you're going to notice something in your mind. I won't even tell you. You're going to notice something. I'll just leave it at that. But because what you'll notice, the reason you'll notice it is because you were aware when it happened. There's something happening that you're not noticing in the mind. Yeah. And it's basically Satan judging. Okay, so yeah, is there something you understood about that? What do you get about that, and what is helping and what is confusing? If you could help me out here.
I guess what's helping is just you telling me to I guess it's like just instead of I guess to try to bring that realization of catching myself like already high is like I guess it's like to bring it in I guess like closer to it's like to before that time, you know. And then cuz I guess it's like you're saying it's like that like there's a judgment going on, and then that I'm gonna be able to see it's like something else, cuz I guess like I see that I am judging myself like at those times now, but I guess like there's something more to it that I'm not seeing, you know.
It's like fighting with a girl, and this may not be the best example for everyone, but it's like fighting with somebody and you have fun fighting. Yeah. And it's like, and after you're done fighting, you feel dumb and you feel like, I can't believe I said all those things and I just want to stop. But then the person shows up and you're like, actually, I've been thinking about all the things I want to say to you. Let's get into it again. And it's like that. It's like that. And the opposite of that is I've stopped thinking about it so much. That person, I'm not going to think about it so much. I'm not going to let them take so much real estate in my mind. I'm going to understand them and just let it go. I'm going to flip my feelings of anger and hate to just feel it. I'm going to just let those go and feel nothing. And then the next time you see that person, you're not even going to feel the urge to want to fight and all that. You're going to even remember all the fights and think, wow, that was so silly that I was even fighting about that. And then you're just going to wave at that person and say bye and say like, hey, have a nice day. That's how it's going to be with the pot. Yeah. Do you understand that?
Yeah. And like, I guess it's like it's just wrestling now, but eventually it's like, just like looking at it and then just, I guess like being able, I guess it's like to touch and hold, but I guess not like physically interact with it, or I guess like inhale it. You know what I mean?
I do, and I think
Yeah.
it's a matter of the habit and the habit and the mind game. The mind game keeps you in the habit, but when you can get over the mind game, you can start dealing with the habit. But we still have the habit, and the habit is something that we picked up and we ingrained in our freaking in our neural pathways. Over look, you telling me you've been smoking every day for years since 13. We
Yeah.
ingrained this kind of stuff into our neural pathways, and we gotta just have the faith to let peace work its way through. Am I making some sense here? You gotta have the faith to let
Yeah.
the habit die now that we can see that our mind is clear.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's ingrained. It's like you're doing it since 13, man. It's like
Yeah.
What else can I say? Is there something confusing? Is there anything else you're wondering about? Something that's unclear?
No, that was pretty good. I guess like with that, I guess you helped me see the judgment within it, and then I guess just to let it go, try to catch it sooner instead, like that realization, like reel it in sooner, sooner than later.
It just catch it.
Yeah. I guess like something else, and I think like I may just be tripping here, bro, but I play a lot of Clash of Clans, and I have like my own clan, but like, am I tripping about just like letting it go? You know, it's like quitting playing or something. Cause like I've been playing for a while, and
how much?
Like, what do you mean? Like how much?
How
do I play?
much? That's not what I'm asking. How much?
How much what?
How many? You could tell us.
Huh?
What are they? Gems? What do you call them?
Oh, gems?
How many gems, sir?
Yeah. Oh, how much have I put into it?
How many gems have you bought?
Oh my god, dude. I would say like at least.
You don't have to say. You don't have to say. You don't have to say.
$1,000.
You don't have to say. You don't have to say. Okay, you can say if you want to.
Yeah. I would say like at least $1,000, dude. Like I stopped keeping track after because you know, I guess I just thought it was better just to not think about it.
It's over time, but that's what people don't understand. Okay,
Yeah.
It's little purchases over time. Okay, if we put together all the little purchases you did on some stupid thing that you're into over time, okay, we'd be able to judge you too, chat.
Yeah, but I put in a lot, dude.
Hey, we all spend our money the way we want to, right? Hey, if we deal with the spirit, like I said, the rest will come. Don't worry about that, boy. Okay, we're playing around, we're messing around. This is not that big of a deal. It's you're I'm sure you have a job. You spend your money how you wish, sir.
Well, I have 2 jobs. Yeah.
You spend your money how you wish. People could judge. I'm sure we could tally up the dumb things they spend on as well. Sometimes you need the gems, man.
Yeah.
But don't let me playing around encourage your gem problem.
Yeah, but I guess like with that am I tripping about letting it go, dude?
Oh yeah, you were asking me something about it. My apologies. About letting what go? Clash of Clans?
Yeah, like the actual game, because it's I have like my own clan and stuff, but like I don't know if like I'm tripping about letting it go or like if it's okay to keep playing, you know?
No,
because like I've already spent a lot, and like I don't want to keep spending more.
No,
but at the same time, like I guess like I spend without thinking.
No, I think you're tripping, man. Like if you really don't want to play, just let go of the game. And I know, and I think you know that. And don't trip about that, man. You do what you play a game that you want to play. You have your job. And just don't trip about that. Listen, unless the answer to your question is I want to stop, Nick, and I can't, and then we can talk. I'm sure. Hey, we got time. We could talk about it, but don't trip about something like that. You know, are you spending all day on it? Like, are you married? Are you married with children?
Nah.
You work your 2 jobs?
I have 2 jobs. Yeah, but I guess like like I used to spend a lot of time, but I guess like it's just like the money spending habit on it, like that I have with it. Like it's not good.
Over how much time? Over how much time? Over how much time are we talking these gems?
I would say like a few years.
Yeah, exactly. Gamers spend like people spend a lot on games, and I don't think 1,000 over a couple of years here is. Well, it might be, but it depends. It's like it's up. You should know that. You know your money. You know your work. I can't answer that one for you. If you would like to speak, like if you really are having a problem with stopping this game, you're welcome to talk about it. But I'm just saying, man, that I don't think it's something I can even answer. Like, you know your money situation. You know how much time you're spending on it. You know all these things, and inside, and you also know inside if you want to play or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's one thing I noticed about my life. As I've just been paying attention and letting go of just silly things that I'm into, silly personalities, silly identities that I'm into. I noticed that I'm just into less. I spend less money.
Yeah.
I'm into less things. I noticed myself I'm trying to think of what was the most recent like dumb like I did something like that, like buying gems I did something similar, but I can't remember. And even something like that, I'll be like, okay, I really don't need to do this. So that's something I noticed about my life, man. So hopefully that's I don't know if the word encouragement is the one I'm looking for, but that is for sure. That is for sure. As you let go of stuff, you just need less. You don't need that. Yeah. You don't need to be tickled in that way where having this big clan and look, I worked at it and it feels like I really worked at it and look at what I achieved. I get that. It's like this. It tickles something. You make that decision, sir. You know your life. Hey, consider building something.
Yeah.
Consider building like a cabinet or something. Hey.
Yeah,
any
I
other
don't know.
questions,
I guess I just asked about that because, I don't know. I guess I had just built an identity with it, you know. I guess just trying to see through that, but yeah.
Man, it can even. Hey, I don't want to belittle something like that, because what people don't realize is you could do that with anything, even with like a little game, and then you get your little thrill because like you did your daily duties on this little app every day, and now look at what you built. I totally get it, man.
Yeah.
Just watch that. Just watch it, man. Like with everything, just watch it, because it's like, think about it like this. Why even judge that so hard? Because there's people who watch TV every day. You understand what I'm saying here? It's like, just make that decision for your life and watch your money.
Yeah.
And just the part is the ego part that gets thrills and all of that. That's what we're watching here. We're doing our best here.
Yeah.
Right on, sir. Is there anything else you're wondering, or?
No, that was it. I guess it was just those questions. It was just that was it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Don't hesitate to like call Jesse and anything if you ever wondering other things. I'm just speaking off the cuff and how I see the world. But call me again, man. It was a pleasure.
All right, sweet. Likewise, bro. Take care.
888-775. I mean, sorry, no. This is 760-515-3855. Appreciate it, folks.
Up and wondered where you are and why you're naked.
Call from
Brian. To Headache.
We'll get to our calls here in a moment. In fact, I think I have a caller here. Where are you calling from and your name, please? Sorry, caller. Repeat that. We had you muted there.
It's Brian, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Brian, how you doing, sir? Welcome. Thank you so much.
All is well. Thank you. Hey, man, I just want to caveat onto that last little bit of conversation you had with the last guy.
Nice.
Yeah, you were talking about dealing with something that you don't want to do, right?
Pretty much.
And I wanted to share a little experience that I've had dealing with something that I did want to do.
Okay.
But I couldn't do it, right?
Very interesting.
So, as you know, I like to golf.
Yes, sir.
And kind of like the last caller, when I first started golfing, I was, what's the word I'm looking for? I was like engulfed in golf, man. Like a flame of golf on fire in the name of golf. I loved it. And I wanted to do it all the time. And
Brian, did you mute yourself? Hey, Bri guy. I think you might be muted or something happened with your phone there, sir. Testing. Brian, call me back. Brian, call me back. Amazing. We got ballers while we're waiting here. We do appreciate the ballers. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We got Birdie Bound Brian already in the Ballers Lounge. He says, and the church said amen. Jessica, thank you so much. Says vibes in the Ballers Lounge. You know it. Appreciate that. Oh, where's the Ballers Lounge? Turn on the lights in the Ballers Lounge. Nice. So please sit in the Ballers Lounge and enjoy it. Jessica. Carver says pot costs a lot of money. Hold on. Get to calls here in this moment. Carver says pot costs a lot of money. Silent prayer is free. www.silentprayer.video. Folks, if you haven't listened to it, what are you doing? Chris with the super chat says, this ain't how y'all pick up girls, huh? Thank you, Chris. Please sit in the Ballers Lounge. And call me back. I'll take your call now. Is Mr. Pink in the Ballers Lounge? You know he is, right? Please, ladies, attend to the man.
You're just like everybody else here. You're sleeping pointlessly wrong. With all the sticks that gather, we hope we build a home. You're just like everybody else here. You're sleeping pointlessly wrong.
Call from
Kirk. I believe we have a Kirk on the air. Where are you calling from, sir?
New York.
Thank you, Kirk. Appreciate you being on the air. How you doing?
Nothing much. What I've missed so far this week. You can catch me up, whatever topic and so forth. And
well,
I have a question for myself.
I don't know if you've been following the Drake-Kendrick beef, but
I'm trying to avoid that, to be honest.
Put it like this. It's basically Israel, Hamas. Kendrick and the boys are Hamas. The disses are October 7th, and Drake, the half-Jewish Canadian rapper, is Israel. And the public opinion for Drake is actually changing, something thought before impossible.
Is that what it's about? I thought it was some typical rap shit. I mean, sorry for cursing, but
That too.
oh, of course it has to be politics.
Oh yeah.
Some way, one way or another.
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Big time. And they're commanding large audiences and money, and they will not go down without a fight. It's pretty nasty stuff.
Huh. Well, I guess with that out the way, what else did I miss?
Can't say much. Let me check my notes here. What else happened this week? What did I even talk about on American Hacker Baby? The beef. I talked about the beef. I talked about the beef again, and the beef again, and Israel and Hamas. So a lot of that, a lot of war stuff. They're trying to take down our greatest president, Trump. That's pretty much what's going on. But everyone's kind of biding their time. There's a lot of ceasefires. So it's the calm before the storm, so to speak.
If that's what I missed out, I could have gone to a barbecue with all that meat. Like, hey, yo.
Big time. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with all that. They're having their wars out there. We're up in the air, watching ourselves, or at least having fun on nickstream. Right on, Kirk. You said you had something on your mind?
Yeah, I haven't really gotten a chance or opportunity to like go on and answer the Bible question. I always get blocked by people and just rip show ends at before 12 or whatever. So I was like, well, if
you've been trying to answer it on the Jesse Lee Peterson show?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a chance to call in?
Well, yes, but the show ends and I call at the wrong time, and I have busy mornings, so
it's tough. Yeah, you definitely got to try early and often, as early as you can at least.
Yeah, is that even in the earlys when like somewhat in the beginning of the show, whenever he starts is where I'm busy, like I'm locked in doing stuff, work and whatever what I'm doing in the morning, so it's really difficult.
No problem. Well, hopefully you can get on the JLP show one day. You said you wanted to answer Jesse's biblical question?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you know it?
It was something about power.
Yes, sir. What is real power?
I would say I have a bit of a two-answer way for this, but the first initial one would be inner strength. Like that person's inner strength, like not just spiritually, but also mentally and physically.
Yes, that makes sense to me.
That's what some, if not most, would generally answer with that wise answer. For me personally, I would say resilience. It would be my one-word answer is to have resilience.
I like it, sir. It's definitely in the right direction for me personally.
Yeah.
Inner strength. Self-control. These are the things that I think of when I think of strength. What I can let go of, what I can do without, what can't get to me. Not what I can do and have and accomplish. That's just like what I think about, though.
Right, because that question for this week actually caught my attention because I would say like a month ago I was like, reading archived articles and watching YouTube videos here and there and looking up books I can read that is like, similar to like having resilience or path to resilience and one's inner strength and so forth. And that question for this week actually be like, well, I could answer that question out of all things because it's something that I relatively still read and still look into and stuff like that and so forth. So I thought I would throw in my 2 cents one way or another because it's something that I'm actually relatively working on myself is path of resilience.
Right on. And can you maybe describe a way you're doing that? Acquire. You said that's what you want for yourself, right?
Yeah, even though I would answer that, I don't want to like get too personal. There's really nothing much in general I could say about it.
I gotcha.
All I could say generally with speaking is like build skills and endure hardships here and there. That's pretty much the only thing I could roughly answer to your question, really, to like build resilience.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, there's no wrong answer to that. I just don't want to get too personal.
I totally understand.
To keep it straight and simple.
No problem at all, man. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm definitely waiting for Sunday to hear Jesse's response on this one. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you tune in Sunday. Rebuildingtheman.com/church for those that don't know. It starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time on the Bond Rebuilding the Man YouTube channel.
Yeah, I would yeah, I'm going to be around there for that on Sunday.
Very nice, sir.
I guess to add another layer to this sauce that I'm pretty much saying on air live would be
you ain't got no sauce if you ain't got no seasoning.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you gotta give some sauce. Would be I guess not just resilience and everything else I'm mentioning is that also is the silent prayer. I have been doing it for how many months? A year and a few months, and soon as November of this year, that'd be like 2 years or something of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I say that helps as well, being silent, being still, and being present. So the silent prayer does help, and I have been doing my own research, and it's still taking time of like how really the silent prayer works, and wondering if other people are doing it. Watching stuff from your mind's eye and blah 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 and everything else and so forth. So,
and you found it's been positive.
I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's that I'm not doing it blindly. I just also want to understand how the silent prayer works here and there, where I could get the full 100% of the understanding. Is that I don't want to know how to make a shepherd's pie. I want to know how every single ingredient individually works to pack a punch that actually, works as a whole, works as a unit. So therefore, that dish is goated, is what I would say.
I understand you, sir. Hey, keep it up, man. Keep watching and doing the silent prayer, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm glad to hear that there's people who, find a lot of use and positivity in the silent prayer. I know I do. It's pretty much my life. That's pretty much my life. It's just constantly noticing things like, wow, look at my leg going crazy. I didn't even notice that I was unaware, and my arm is, you know what I mean? Just the thoughts I'm having, and that's my life.
Yeah, for me, I'm a daydreamer, but I don't think that affects anything much. Apart from everything else, that's like a separate entity and something else or whatever. But yeah, relatively, the silent prayer does help. Do one in the morning and do one at night before bed or so forth.
Nice, sir. Well, keep it up, man. I'm gonna keep it up. I appreciate that. Anything else you want to say here before we move the wheels?
No, that's about all. I think I just dropped wisdom that I'm still, researching for myself and still doing it for, I guess, since like March, April, like you could say about 3 months at this point. So yeah.
Well, right on, man. Just keep it up. Just don't stop. And I like that you said that. It's like awareness that, speaking of things like what Sean said the other day, unearned wisdom, just keep watching. Just keep watching. That's what I'm doing.
Watching, observing, staying still, and being present is pretty much, yeah, I would put it. Yeah, Jesse would say the same thing or something similar, but even when I do my little research here and there, when I actually get the right answers, it's pretty much the same thing, but said differently.
Nice, sir. Right on, sir.
So,
Moving.
yeah,
We're going to move the wheels here, man. Can you call me again?
Yeah, sure. I just want to say, have a nice weekend. I'll be around Sunday and for church, and yeah.
Thank you, sir.
It was nice calling you.
It's a pleasure. Call me again.
For
Take
sure.
care. Bye now.
Bye.
Yeah, drop a 50 bag for the mob in a spot. Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the thought. I was really trying to keep it PG.
Hey, wait, come again. Wait, hey, me and Rocky sipping sake up in Perry, eating calamari. Me and Cardi at a party with some shorty, say what's up, Barry. Hey, vandalizing your Ferrari, in my head, you know I run with Cartier. Sipping Dom Perignon, Oxford Dom Perrier.
Out in Perry like I'm Perry.
Well. Perusing Twitter. What else do we got here? You can call in 760-515-3855. We, in fact, have to start our descent procedures in a bit here. But we got a little bit of time. So we'll get that situated here in a moment. What else do I got for the people here? You know, there's not a lot going on. I mean, I have all these links I saved. It's somewhat interesting, but it just doesn't feel right. You know, like immigration and non-citizen voting, and we get it. We don't want that stuff. It is interesting to see them fight about it in Congress about what was basically a conspiracy, that they're using illegals. They basically proved it, that they are using illegals to import voters. That was conspiracy, remember? Now they got bills in Congress saying, hey, the census should only count citizens because all these people are getting counted towards the representatives, and these are illegals. It's like you're importing voters. Huh. I've already said that before, but I gotta stress it. It's an interesting piece of news there. But what else? You know, it's just like news and stuff. Let's just skip all this. You know? Israel. So yeah, no more heavy topics. So anyways, Israel. What's this?
And
Someone sent me this.
When I met,
someone tagged JLP in this. JLP talk. Females are looking for their father's love. Jesse, you should have Tiffany Haddish on the Fallen State to talk about this.
my dad, it was like I was a little girl. It's hard not having a dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when I met my dad, it was like I was a little girl all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember everything about him. And you know, even though I was 3 years old the last time I saw him, I remember how he smelled. I remember what he sounded like. And I could just hearing his voice, my whole soul lit up. Like nobody sound like my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody could be my daddy. And so, but there was years I was trying to find my dad, like, you know, through other men and through whatever. I was doing stupid shit. I was dumb. And there's a lot of us out here like that. And yeah, but you can pull past all that and grow and be successful. You about to make me cry.
What's up, Steve?
Is it true? Do women really look for that in men? Like, do they look like?
Wait. Oh, sorry, callers who were trying to get to me. My apologies. 760-515-3855. It's unmuted. Call me back.
Look for somebody that's like their daddy.
I don't know. I don't know what other women looking for. I know what I was looking for.
Yeah,
I was looking for like safety.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to feel safe. I wanted to feel like no fear. For so many years growing up, it was like every day was scary. You know, to be scared every day. So, then to just...
Yeah, I definitely got to reach out to her, Fall State. Every girl I've ever met, every woman I've ever met has been turned away from her father. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Your name and where are you calling from?
This is Mr. Pink in San Francisco.
Welcome, Mr. Pink. How you doing, sir?
Doing all right, bud. I heard that caller a couple times ago, and I know Brian's got to be trying to call back in at some point, but he's got a little advice for the guy trying to give up the weed, man.
Nice.
I just hope he's still listening. I just want to encourage that dude that, hey, it's a lot easier than you think. I'm telling you. And it's especially Jesse's whole thing about watch yourself doing it as it's happening. That really helped me. You know, I gave up cigarettes 10 years ago, alcohol 10 years ago, all that stuff, but I was stuck on that weed, and I was vaping the hash oil forever. And I'd have to say that I was high from like age 18 till about age 37 every day, like on lock. And
smoking that
here
New
recently,
World Order, bud.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I'm not trying to set no records, but after listening to Justin, he was talking about watch yourself, and I started to do that. And, you know, it came without judging myself, too, but I started to realize, like, man, what is this even really doing for me? And what is it not doing for me? You know, as I'm doing it, and I'll be like, oh, I have to get high to watch this movie because that'll make it funnier, or I have to get high to play this video game because that'll make it more interesting, or, you know, it was just like I had a habit of like, oh, this is what I do to make life more interesting, or something. Totally. And I'm like, this stupid. That's a stupid mindset. And then I started to realize, like, wow, how much, like caller said before, is like, how much money am I spending on this? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like hundreds of dollars to get a feeling that's like, you know, it's not even like, it doesn't do anything for you in the long run. And just as a word of encouragement to Guy, like, I put it down like 2 months ago, and I called into Hake and told him about this one day. I barely noticed the difference, you know, between being high and not being high at this point. And it's so much better off for me now.
Now you just need a tea break, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. They say that a tea break, you've heard that, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean,
you take a break. Well, it's a tolerance break. It's a pothead thing. They say when you stop getting high, you need a tea break, bro. Just take a couple of days off and just smoke a big blunt after, or something like that.
Yeah, but it's like I haven't even felt the need to go back or touch it again at all in any one moment. It's just like, you know, what do I even need that for? You know, I'm enjoying the same shows I've always enjoyed. I'm enjoying the same games, all that stuff. It just does nothing. Man, for you.
The way you're talking about it. Sorry, I cut you off, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The way you're talking about it makes me think about it in my life. The people I know who've, you know, kind of like gotten over certain things and all that. You know, like we're talking about, you know. All I'm trying to say is that in the language of the people that I'm talking about, they speak about it differently. And I notice there's two kinds of people dealing with vices, those that are fighting the vices and those that are growing. And those that are growing always talk about it in this way. They talk about it in a growth kind of way. Oh, I just started seeing it differently. I didn't care about it as much. It seemed stupid. I noticed how much money I spent, right? The people have to be ready for that, and they need to really see that for themselves. So you just let people. You got to let people just figure that out. But everyone I know who actually grows out of that stuff, they speak about it with growth language and not with fighting language. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like Jesse's like, don't fight it. Don't you know, you don't have to quit like right away, but just watch yourself doing it. And it's like you won't judge yourself doing it, but as you watch yourself doing the thing, you kind of just sit there eventually and you're like, what am I doing? Like, what is the real point of this? Like, who am I trying to impress? Who am I trying to trick myself into thinking I feel a certain way? It's,
and the Satan,
it's a mess.
Satan will play with that even too, because people listening, it's like, I bet you Satan will play with that and be like, see, look, you're smoking because you're just not aware. You're just not totally there yet. Keep praying. You're just, Satan's still your daddy. You know what I mean? When it's just like, no, you're just smoking pot. And maybe you should stop. And you're figuring that out. And you're learning why you're doing these things that you don't want to do. But you're just smoking pot. You're in hell for different reasons. You understand? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, because the people listening to these conversations too and listening to Bond, Satan plays in a different way now. Now it's, oh, you're so right. I got to stop judging myself. It's not me. And so then the next time they get high, you're like, oh my God, the not me is taking control. Satan is my daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just mess. You got to just quit all that.
Right. Yeah. It's like once you shut out all the thoughts, like the thing is, I don't even think about it anymore. I don't go, oh, I was a pothead. I feel bad for myself for the years I was a pothead and all that stuff. It's like, no, I just don't even think about it. And I don't even think of whether I was, doing weed or whether I was, or whether I wasn't, or whether I liked it or whether I didn't. It's just like, that's just not what I'm doing now. It's just not who I am anymore. Okay.
Right on.
Moving on, and that whole thing, just don't listen to the voices in your head, and especially don't think that they're God, because all that'll just distract you. It'll just distract you.
Yeah. It's that fight, and if you could stop fighting, then you can do some of the reps, some of the push-ups to deal with the habit. You know what I mean? And the reps are
it's like
the reps are feeling it.
Give you your life back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right on, sir.
Dude, it's just a moment of encouragement for that guy and anybody else considering it. I'm not saying I'm not an advocate for quitting. I'm not an advocate for not quitting. I'm just saying watch yourself.
Nice.
And the more you watch yourself, the more you'll get over any vices that you have. It's easier than you think. It's really just mentally is a choice. You can do it. It doesn't have to be hard. So, yeah.
I appreciate your call, Mr. Pink.
All right, much love, brother.
Call me again.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Shouty. Mr. Pink mentioned something about choice that I find interesting about just dropping stuff, and I almost don't want to speak about this. It almost feels like unearned wisdom, but I'm starting to see how silly this rigmarole of I'm gonna just be more aware and just watch my thoughts more. I just still believe my thoughts. I guess I just still believe my thoughts. I'm just gonna keep watching till I'm separated from that, till God separates me. And I'm starting to see that rigmarole is just a thing that I can just drop, and I can just not believe my thoughts ever. I almost don't. Let's just move on from that. It's almost unearned wisdom, but disregard that. You need to just get there, and you'll just drop the things that you could drop. I've done that with little things, and I know I can do that with more in my life. So I'm gonna just stay on that path. I have another caller though. Your name and where are you calling from?
Kareem, New York.
What's up, Kareem? Welcome, sir. You're on the air.
Can I dive right into my poetry like last time?
Yeah,
but there's gonna
sure.
be curses in it.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I drop bars, you drop soap. I'm FDNY, yeah, I want smoke. Lots of cheese, block of weed, brick of coke. She in VIP, but we know the bitch is broke. I'm Money May on a sunny day, yeah, I'm skipping rope. That switch, I have you fucking twitching like you sniffing coke. I'm watching different folks, cause I'm different folks. Wait, I'm watching different strokes, cause I'm different folks. On my block, all the black kids are broke. I don't give a damn, but I give them hope. I'm white, but they still like that nigga dope. I could have been on, but I missed the boat. It could have been dawn, but they switched the votes. Hit the switch. Look, Nick, it's a roach. Big dreams on nickstream, but I'm flying coach. Walking past the bowler's lounge, tall and proud. Still not a player, not a bowler now. Got more buzz than a bumblebee. Rumble in the jungle couldn't humble me. In the drought, I was out sowing tumbleweeds in my jeans and my motherfucking dungarees. In school, I got a lot of F's, a couple C's. Now teachers give me nothing but double D's. I'm so dope, dope dealers want to smuggle me. What's 100 demons verse 1 in me? One that cut your eyes out, though, you gonna see that it was the devil. It wasn't me. I know I got a lot of style, but it wasn't free.
Damn! Bam, 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 bam. I'm playing the air horns, the DJ air horns, if you can't hear it. Bam, 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 bam. Hey, that was hot. That was heat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
All right. Well, you want to get into some talking points?
Of course, you talk about whatever you like.
Or you want more bars?
That was.
You want jokes?
We got bars. I think we got bars for all night with that one. Appreciate that, man. That was pretty fire.
Jokes?
You have jokes too?
They're not that good, but you could just test them out.
Give us. All right, you got an audience to try a joke. What joke of
Basically,
material?
my grandmother's been watching a lot of YouTube streamers.
Okay.
And you know how you watch these YouTube streamers, and there's a lot of black people with the chirping in the background.
Big time.
So she goes across the street to her friend's house, and now she's hearing the chirping, and she starts to get nervous. My friend says, "What's wrong?" She says, "I think you have black people in your house." She thought that was a security device going off.
And
You like that one?
I do. It's funny. It's got levels. The question remains how the security device, how in her mind she knows the security device can tell it's black people. It's hilarious, man.
It's my joke, and I'm using my grandmother as a scapegoat. She said it, not me.
It's actually a true story. I thought it was like a bit.
No, it's just a joke. It's a bit, but I'm using my grandmother as
great.
a scapegoat, so you can't say that's racist. I'll say,
it's
hey,
great.
my grandmother said this. This really
Exactly.
happened.
And it's just like, it's grand. You know, she's from a different time. You can't even get mad. That's not even me saying it.
I got another one you might like. It starts. My whole bit starts like this. Anybody in here Jewish? And everyone's like, yeah. And I'm saying, oh, anyone in here black? Anyone in here gay? Anyone in here a woman? And then I'm going to switch it up to, well, I guess all night I'll just make fun of straight Catholic white men.
That's pretty good, man. Hey, you got to save some of this material and get it on video because people are going to steal that. That's good, man. Right on.
I don't care if people steal it, because if you heard all those bars right there, those are worth more than any joke.
Hey, fire on nickstream Airlines for free here on nickstream Airlines, man. That's awesome. Thank you for that.
I tried to get it to you last week, but I just didn't have a chance.
It's no.
I had a Rottweiler once, 200 pounds. You wake up at night, it's staring at you, growling like it wants to eat you alive.
You actually have one.
I had to break up with her.
Oh, nice.
That's not that good, but
that one's cute.
All right. Yeah, listen, there's levels to this stuff, like you said. I think I had some other ones, but I could just skip past that right now. We could go to I did have one about a dog that's pretty funny. Maybe I'll save it for next time.
Yeah, we'll save it. Good stuff.
Smoke detectors was funny. Oh, here's another one that's kind of bars. I want to say this one to
So
Jeff.
you're white from your rap. You're white.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everyone says happy wife, happy life. It's actually dutiful wife, beautiful life.
Hey, I like that one. We're changing it, boys. That's what it is now.
Nick, you take any of this stuff and repeat it, that'll be an honor.
I'm stealing all of it, man.
For Sean, I want to hit Sean up because I told him he has to get a show. But Sean doesn't like to talk, so I want him to do an hour of silent prayer, 15 minutes of silent prayer, 15-minute call-in. Callers say what they were thinking during their prayer. And he kind of just guides them a little. Then he has another 15-minute silent prayer. You call in again. That way he doesn't really have to talk, but for half an hour, and the people are doing most of the talking.
I got to say, that might be a show, actually. That actually might be a show and a half, especially with the calls.
Just don't pray about around Earth.
That'd still be a show. Don't worry. That'll still be a show. That'll be number one show on the Bond Network overnight.
Another thing, like these are just off Jesse's talking points. A lot of women think they could become men, and it's being marketed to them. but all they can really become is taxpayers.
Nice.
So get a job, become a man, and all it's a bait and switch. All you are is a taxpayer.
Man, this is you know, they say conservatives and Christians need to get in the culture. They need to be in there creative and creating stuff for the culture. You know what I mean? This is bond coded. This is bond coded. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta be honest, Nick. All my raps, I can't get away from the. If you notice, all my raps
Yeah.
They're not good. They're not good. They're not. It's the whole culture of you've been embedded in it and you've been thinking wrong. I tried to make some lyrics. I don't know if you heard my Bible thumper call in.
I may have. Was it today?
Bible thumpers think they know the most. You ever heard that one?
No, I didn't.
Something like Bible thumpers think they know the most. Well, go ahead, grab your Bible and hold it close and take a ride on this roller coaster. What's 100 Bible thumpers versus the Holy Ghost?
I heard that, yeah.
And keep something like that. But
I heard
the thing is, that's so much harder to make than what I just told you. Because this comes so easy because this is like degeneracy.
Totally.
Satan hands you the evil lyrics. He says, do this, do that. Oh, another thing I have to say is when you pray and you try to make deals, God doesn't make deals. Satan is always listening for a deal. God, I want this. God, I want that. Satan's waiting there. He's ready to make a deal with you. Never pray and make deals. That's one of my other things that I got from listening to Jesse.
Yeah, don't deal make. That's interesting. I like that.
Is God going to make a deal with you?
Yeah, why would he?
No one's, yeah.
All right.
Other talking points? Am I burning up my time?
No, you're good. I'm saying I was gonna say that's what I'm just trying to imagine God talking like that. All right, we'll make a deal. It's like I don't know.
Damn. More bars maybe? No.
You got an itinerary. You got a.
Here's some more bars I had but it's just a start. Weak men are taking orders from Satan's daughters.
Good start.
That's some Jesse kind of stuff right there.
See, it is difficult. You gotta you gotta like mine
away. That's very hard.
at the enlightened verses. It takes work.
Because that's not how you think.
Interesting.
That's not how you think. So it's like why is Christian rap like so Joel? It's because it's not easy and it's not something that.
Wait, what'd you say?
It's not like Christian rap comes off like something like Joel might do, where it won't come like. Why is Joel's level of performance like considered lower than maybe a Kodak Black? Because Joel is trying to do something that you really don't want to hear. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Like if Joel was saying the same
Joel's
words as
got
Kodak.
the right because Joel's bond coded for
listen, all respect.
He doesn't have the same kind of like experience. He's made a couple songs for Bond.
I give him a lot of props. Prancer, Joel, aka Prancer. I give him a lot of props. But I'm just saying he's coming with something that people don't want to hear. So where I have the same problem as him. Like if I go that direction, it's like almost like I have a whole book of words.
Yeah.
And then I turn to this thing and there's nothing there. It's like, wow, where do I grab in this basket? But the truth is, if you can tap into that, it's something no one's tapped into.
Right. Nobody wants to hear that. No, yeah, you're right. No, I'm following
but
what you're
not
saying.
That no one wants to hear, but how about just not being.
I'm following what you say. No, it's true. The world does not want to hear that. People are not trying to hear that.
But so if everyone's digging in the same thing, and if I say stuff, someone will go to me, I heard that. And I'll go listen to Big Pun, and I'll go, damn, he said that 40 years ago. So they have heard it because it's recycled. Where if you said something more, like not just biblical, but more white instead of dark. Let's say like Jesse says he's white. If you said something more like pure, it's gonna ring true. It's like why are sayings? It's because they're true, and that's why they're timeless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you dig in that bag, it'll come out. And it'll be good, but it's just hard to dig in there because that's like you got to be original. No, I wasn't disrespecting Joel. I love Joel, and I enjoy Joel. And
no, you're welcome to criticize him. You're totally welcome to criticize him. I can't
criticize Joel because he's got a Black Panther tattoo, but so did one of my white ancestors. So.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Same spot.
All in state.
Oh, no, I'm
no.
glad
You're
you liked
welcome
it.
to. We're not gonna be sensitive about criticism. I just thought something else was. I just thought you were saying that that
No,
he.
I was saying that Joel, like, that he taps into it and it doesn't come off like, of course, he's got a few good songs that are on repeat, but he doesn't have any, like, bangers that are mainstream because that's not what
Totally.
people are going to play in their car.
I'm following you, sir.
They're going, oh, and the Drake beef and the Kendrick beef.
Oh yeah.
You know what the joke is? You know what the joke is with that? I think it's going to end both their careers because, one, rap isn't a combat sport, so you can't. Um, Drake will make a song every day. He won't make a hit every day. So now you're putting yourself in the spotlight. Watch what I'm gonna say. It doesn't come off that good. So then it's like, whoa, well, maybe it's not that good. Now
You're saying about Kendrick.
they're going either or. Both are.
Gotcha,
I don't
gotcha,
care
gotcha,
which
yeah.
one. So it's not gonna come off that good. But you're putting yourself on the spotlight. Watch me go. It's like a dance battle. You better bring your best moves, but it's
Right.
not like that because it doesn't always hit. So that's if you've noticed, it hasn't been so like rewarding to listen to and blast it. You're more listening to what are they going to say about each other.
Oh, it's
and
only
what
only
do they
two only two of those songs are like hits. The rest is like they're just putting their words there, and even the Heart Part 6 and all that. It feels like he did like a voice note on his phone. It's not even like a full song.
How about this? You got two guys who rap about killing, doing this. If you took their lyrics and they're trying to outdo each other with degeneracy, and now they're looking at each other going, "You did this, you did that." How about it makes them look like hypocrites and makes them look childish?
Yeah,
it's like you got the schoolyard bullies crying to the principal in front of everyone at auditorium. He did this once. He was in the bathroom once and he peed on the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, these are degenerates and they're proud about it, and that's the whole music. Now what is this whole thing where they're pointing fingers?
That's what gets me is this whole I'm a noble savage like get up that it's supposed to be like. It's like, yeah, we get it. If the picture being painted is, oh, I'm the noble savage going after the industry, Kendrick going after the money worshiping industry, but it's like, yeah, we all know that already about the Drake side and all that. But that now you're showing us that you are just as ambitious and evil, and if you had the throne, you would be no different. You know what I mean?
Well, who ends up being the winner? The first night they see J. Cole, they go, "That's disgusting. Can't believe he did that." Because it's degeneracy. Don't stand down. Fight. You take two. As Jesse always says it. You take two black guys. You elevate them to the highest level, fame, fortune, everything a man could want. And what do they resort to? Fighting another black guy.
Damn.
Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you say, "Oh, yo, we disagree, but you know what? This ain't the streets. This is look. You're doing that backwards. Here's how we would do it." Oh, we disagree.
Personally, I think I know why. And it's the
they're living up to a stereotype that's insane.
Yeah.
It's like you're telling me that it's like football players who will get in a car accident and have a car full of guns and be drunk. It's like, wait, even at this level, you're going to go that route?
Well, I'll say this too. It's just that I think what's underneath it is the same human nature. It's ego and ambition and the people and. It's just that's all it is. It's let me take down the king so I could be king. It's not the best song and all that.
Here's what
it's
happens.
pure.
Here's
it's
what
pure
happens.
politics. And you're saying, oh, rap is not a contact sport and all that. But that's what Kendrick and with his October 7th Hamas attack, that's what he's trying to do. He's changing the rules of the game. Drake still thinks he's playing baseball, hitting these balls out of the park, and that's what he does. But what happened is Kendrick came in and nuked the whole baseball field. You understand? And now the crowd is actually turning on Drake, and Drake still thinks he's playing baseball. You feel me?
Well, what I'm saying is, all that aside, is you realize that rappers, you emulate a rapper, and all the time the rapper's emulating the fans because they're not real.
They're emulating
kind of fans.
Ah.
The rapper isn't in the street all day doing that.
No.
So he's looking at the fan. He's looking at the culture. The rapper who's creating the culture is actually, it's like a snake eating its tail.
That is an interesting way of putting it, man. Yeah. These are the Kendrick and like when you look at Drake.
And guess what?
I'll let you finish. Sorry,
guess what? Even if Drake is getting attacked at his home, he's got a guard in the wall, and that's the environment he's creating for himself. Well, guess what? what kind of environment is he creating for his fan who's going to go live his same lifestyle? It's not going to be that safe, and even then, it's not safe. It's insanity. It's like, why would you put out? Okay, Drake can't give every fan $1 million, but maybe you could give him a little guidance.
Right. But maybe then he wouldn't be as big as he
And
is.
he's not. Now he's getting pushed aside. No, that's not what we want. Slide over.
Exactly. But
Even
that's why he
Kendrick,
wouldn't be
he's
as
not
big as he wants.
wholesome.
And so for Kendrick, I'd say the same criticism. It's like, if you think you're the noble one, wouldn't you already know your place in the world? You're not going to be loved by all. Most are not going to get it, etc. So it's degeneracy.
That's
both,
ego.
and one
That's
is pretending he's
ego.
not.
That's ego. If you say I'm the greatest, you already lost.
Yeah.
You already lost because it's like the greatest whatever is just your ego's so great and everyone's ego's the same. When LeBron hits a shot and everyone goes crazy in the crowd, it's no different than when the guy hits a shot at the park and he thinks he's the greatest.
That's amazing.
It's the same spirit.
What's so funny? What's so true about what you're saying and the snake analogy?
And listen, Nick, this is
Please
a
go
lot
ahead.
of there's a lot of guidance from Jesse and then looking and reflecting and seeing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it's not like coming from me. It's like Jesse says, it's every day. And let me cut you off. I'm sorry, and I'll let you speak.
No,
Nick.
no, go ahead.
I think we want Jesse so long that we need to get Jesse's son in bond and hope. I know that sons don't always like replicate the parent, but if that's our closest bet, get him in there and get him started. And that's like the inheritance. Listen, son, here's your money. Take this all over. I know Sean's good. I know Joel's good, but this guy's got to take over.
Yeah, he's the
And let Hate cry in the corner.
But hey, you're revealing what we all know, though. You're saying let Hate cry in the corner. You're revealing what we all know. He's the man. He's the guy. He's our guy.
He's not the golden child.
He's our guy.
The reddish child. No, Hate is great. Hey, listen, everyone's great over there. But if I had to hit anything, I would say that the desperation for Jesse to continue on for a long, long time would turn to like his father was a preacher, and I think, whoa, could his son do this? He could do it. I wish I could hear. I wish I could hear what Jesse's father said. You know, some people who listen to Jesse, they go to church and they even hear their pastor differently. They say, whoa, he's saying what Jesse's saying, but people are just ignoring it and they're just there for something else. So people are kind of, can I just say this? I no disrespect to anyone who goes to church, but people may be in church doing the silent prayer to their ego, and the pastor's saying like, go home, listen to your husband. And they don't hear the part, go home, listen to your husband. They get up and they walk out and they go, I went to church today, I'm the best.
It's the blind world, man, and it's proof to it adds to what Jesse's saying, that even if you come to bond and say the right things, doesn't matter. It's got to be salvation is of the heart.
I think with Jesse too is like where other pastors may say it and they don't get so deep into it. Jesse like takes you and like spells it out for you. He's like special ed class. Like, you know what I mean, like you need real help. Oh, come here. He's gonna really break it down to you, bring it to your level.
Yeah.
And I think not everyone could do that because that will come with a little it'll hurt your feelings. It'll kind of like that song I read to you. Like if I read it any other way, it wouldn't come out the same way. So I had to read it that way. And maybe some people are like, oh, I didn't like this part. Oh, that was wrong. You shouldn't have said that. But if I didn't read it that way, then it's not that message. And it's not even a message. It's just junk words that rhyme. The only part that I left in there that was good was Big Dreams on nickstream Flying Coach.
I love that one. That one I really
liked. And you know what? And you know what?
Not everybody's made that, remembers that connection or whatever. Nickstream. Silly, but
yeah. Well, listen. I could take this and say, oh, someone's gonna steal your jokes. Someone's gonna steal your reps. Well, art. The first thing they tell you to do is draw this art. Take it, rip it up, throw it in the garbage. You ever heard of that?
I've heard something like that. I have.
You take your best drawing, bring it to your teacher. What do you think? Rip it up, throw it in the garbage can. So what is it if someone takes it? And what if you look back and say, oh, this was from Big Pun. Maybe I took it from someone you don't even know. You just
steal like an artist. Yeah, it's
copying
it's all kind of used. There's you could find cascading like levels with everything, and references to self-referential and all that.
Another good thing I got is I look back at movies
Okay.
And I say, look at these movies. Oh, these movies are like degenerate today. Let me go to the 90s. Oh, those were good. But they weren't that good. Those were when I was a kid and I enjoyed them. Let me go to the 80s. Oh, those are hot. So, when you're like your childhood, you're seeing movies from the 80s were still hot. And I'm looking at all these movies and then I'm going back further and further. I'm like, wow, the 70s. Let me go to the 60s, the 50s. Like for movies, they're good. But then you look at, well, today's degeneracy was like stepping stones on the ladder from every single movie you ever watched walked itself up to today. It didn't just one day was so degenerate. Everything led up to now. So then what good are those movies if they turn the next page to what came today? If that makes any sense.
Totally. I've had similar thoughts about that kind of stuff. And you peel
I
it
look
back.
at the
When
old
did
movies.
America start going down? You can keep going back. It all leads to itself. It's interesting.
Well, then you come to where Jesse will say, "Oh, the blacks have no fathers." Then I think of World War II and how many white kids had no fathers after that,
Oh.
and how many wars killed a lot of white people and they
Big
had
time.
no fathers after that. And then how much you don't realize it. Oh, Grandpa was cool; he still held it down. It's not your dad. How much degeneracy fell after that?
Man, it's just
because when you do stats and truth and all the hate stuff is. Stats will tell you percentage-wise, blacks are the most in poverty, but number-wise, whites are the most poor people in the country.
right.
So then when you go
Proportion.
to who's the most, so then there's some degeneracy there that's through the roof.
Absolutely. Look, that's totally happening.
And
Appalachia and all that. They say there's only two kinds of people in those areas: those that are drinking their lives away, and those that are just the hardest workers you'll ever meet.
When you hear the guy saying that he's smoking, playing video games, and all I could think is that's like just wasting time nonstop. And he's probably at the prime of his life when he could be doing something with his time, making the most. People say, work now. You can't work like that when you get older.
Talking about my caller earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I mean, people
he's stuck in a trap. And you know what it is?
I'm sure he's already thought of that.
I'm sure he's already fucking passed out from being so smoked out.
No, but I'm sure he's already. You know what I mean? You can relate, right? I'm sure he's already thought of.
Says you
I'm wasting my life. I should do something else.
I kind of abbreviate what Jesse says. He says all lies, all the time, words to control you, and it's like also the hardest thing to do is change. Have you ever heard of that? I don't know if Jesse says that.
I don't know if Jesse said that.
But the hardest thing to do is change. So let's say you have this life and you like 2 jobs. Clash of Clans sucks. Weed's boring. Waste of money, but you just keep doing it over and over.
Right.
No change. How is things going to change if you don't change? Nothing. Everyone thinks like manifest. Like I always say like I have a cousin who's like, oh, I just have a daughter. I don't have a son. I tell him, well, you should be thankful because with a woman, a man will come marry her and take her out of the hell. Make her with a man. He has to build himself. No one's going to come save him. The best looking guy. No one's going to come say, oh, I want to take care of you. And if they do, it's at a price. And he's going to be in hell for that.
You make an interesting point. You make an interesting point.
A man has to build himself where a woman is almost like a man's going to come along. And if you could help, like Jesse says, guide them, you could help guide them into a marriage, into something solid.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much guidance you give your son, he's going to have to work hard. Inflation's killing him. Workforce is killing him. They're not going to hire him because he's white. He's going to be in some serious, dilemma. If your daughter's beautiful, she's getting married to a guy. And hopefully someone...
You make an interesting point because I've had people call me and they're like, Nick, I don't have a job. I'm like, I live at home and I'm just watching the thoughts, man. I'm watching the thoughts. And it's like, that's good, and you realize through through conversating with some of these people that, their mothers really did a number on them. They cannot handle life. And so they got to start working on that. But you make an interesting point for this reason because when you forgive, you hear about the thoughts and all that. You don't just stay there. Now you can go like do stuff because you hear maybe Jesse say there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do. You can't change your life on your own, right?
No, that's the best thing they says.
It's truly amazing, but people think that doesn't. You can still get up and find a job and do the little things in your life right now, right in front of you. Is that kind of what you're getting at? There's people who think they can't. You're even kind of describing my caller earlier. You're saying, you look at your life.
No, I'm just saying he's stuck in a cycle, and he might not be enjoying it. but that's his cycle, and that's it. The last thing he'll do is change. He'll say, "Oh, pop, pop, pop," but he won't think of, "Oh, I'm gonna change pop because you know what? Maybe the cycle will change. Maybe I'll break the cycle." That's one thing Jesse says is generational curse is so real. So it's like unbelievably real.
Well, I understand, man. Is there a last thing you want to say about that before we move the wheels here? We spent quite a bit of time, man. I appreciate the call, though. It's been a pleasure.
Oh yeah, no, I should have let you talk a little, but
no, it's all good. It's all good. There was some interesting stuff there. You know, I do want to make this point about the snake. You know, the eating its tail. It's interesting. You know, people think they'll look at Drake or something and think, well, that's the head of the snake. But actually, he's the avatar. He's the avatar of the culture. He's only there because the culture already exists.
And that's not in a talking point or anything. I'm just using that as a way to get that message across, and it's not even a shot at Drake.
No, I didn't think it was.
Because whatever, it's just it's a thing of like the way I'll do these raps, right? This is like the bars I can hit you with right now are something that I detest, disgusting, would never do that. But then to rhyme it, it'll have it'll get a thrill out of you. So I'll say it. You get what I'm saying?
Totally, man.
So it's like, do you want to hear the last bars, or you had enough of this hell?
Well, we spent quite a bit of time, man.
Oh,
I'm going to move the wheels here.
Great, Nick. Do I call back in or what? And I like your advice.
Absolutely, call me back.
Really?
Don't question it.
Good evening, Nick.
Absolutely, sir. An absolute pleasure. Call me again.
Wait. Did those bars work me into the Ballers Lounge, or am I what?
Oh, should we let the public? Because this is a contact sport now. Should we let the public? Nick. What's the public doing? Are you giving them the thumbs up or the thumbs down in the Coliseum? You know what I mean? Thumbs up in the chat if he should be in the Ballers Lounge. Thumbs down if he should be ejected out the back of the plane. But we're not going to do that. We've had a pleasure.
Really? No, eject me out the back of the plane. That'll be even funner.
It's going to be up to the chat. Thumbs up in the chat if he should be in the Ballers Lounge.
No, even better. I need an encore. Let them dictate if I drop some more bars.
We've spent a lot of time, man. I'm going to let you go now.
That's great.
Please call me back.
Good evening.
Take care, sir. Amazing. Folks, I do appreciate you being with us today. We have to get our descent procedures here. In fact, we're kind of behind on our descent procedures. You might feel a little bit of diving, but don't worry, your captain has it under control. That's plenty of thumbs up for me. Please, sir, enjoy your seat in the Ballers Lounge. What a mess. I messed up the Ballers Lounge. All right, here. Like I said, we're getting all our procedures all ready. We are descending here into Memphis International. I appreciate the patience here, folks, as we're getting it set for a smooth landing. No need to dive. What can I say? It's going well so far. Appreciate the patience.
I must have the superpowers. Last 223,000 hours, and it's cause I'm off of CC and I'm off the Hennessy. And like your boy from
But it's looking good. Okay, let me see here. We're doing our final things here, going down to 8,000 feet for our next clearance here. Doing some final things here. The flight attendants will be coming down to prepare the cabin. Please, they'll be putting up the trays in a moment here. They'll be taking all your garbage. And it's been an absolute pleasure. What can I say? Spirit Airlines flight into Memphis. We are now at 12,000 feet and falling. Why are we falling? Because our throttle is all the way off. That's not good. Oh, folks, it's always fun here on Spirit Airlines. Okay, but things are going well. We got our heading program on perfectly. We are waiting for the ILS stuff to populate on this screen, which will guide us all the way into Memphis. I think we're basically like 10-15 minutes away from landing. So just hold on here while the pilot here gets everything situated. You know, he's got to get it all under control. So yeah, appreciate that. Just kick back a little bit here. I'll be right with you in a moment here. Thank you for the patience. Flying in the dark a little bit, but it's going well, I think. Thanks for the patience, folks. Just kick back a little bit.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. WC Handy, won't you look down over me? Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. Then I'm walking in Memphis, just walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? Saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue. Followed him up to the gates of Graceland, and I watched him walk right through. Now security, they did not see him. They just hovered around his tomb. But there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle room. When I was walking in Memphis, I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? They've got catfish on the table. They've got gospel in the air. And Reverend Green, be glad to see you when you haven't got a prayer. But boy, you got a prayer in Memphis. Now Muriel plays piano every Friday at the Hollywood, and they brought me down to see her, and they asked me if I would do a little number, and I sang with all my might. She said, tell me, are you a Christian child? And I said, ma'am, I am tonight, walking in Memphis.
Coming in for that landing, folks. Appreciate it.
Walking in Memphis.
Make sure your trays are up. Flight attendants that were coming in to prepare the cabin for landing. Thank you.
I feel walking in Memphis. I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis. But do I really feel the way I feel? Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain.
Very nice, folks. Thank
Fuck wrong
you.
with these niggas? Hey, Memphis nigga everywhere I go.
We're almost there.
Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. They get it. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. They get it. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. I was all red like city girl. Hey, Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Hey, break the bitch down, finna break it down a little more. Running up money, finna run it up a little more. Chopping niggas up, finna chop a little more. Nigga wanna chop it up, nigga, hell no. She wanna lay up all night, bitch, hell no. Hoodie on my head and I'm shooting like Mello. Killed him in the hood, he
It's
ain't
a
making
Spirit Airlines flight.
Memphis nigga everywhere I go. 10 toe down, yeah, I'm hard on the hoe. 4-4, fuck a hoe, then I got a roll. Her boyfriend, man, had to punch his ass swole. Bitch, catch him, make him dance, and my bullets hit them folk. Yellow bone going D-stroke with the strokes.
Okay.
Now spray me like the Pope.
Whack little nigga, then I forged a little suicide note. Burberry down, got a Glock in the Burberry coat. I was a real nigga for 1 years old. Remember nigga walking around 901 area code. Play my game, we'll bury them folk. Give a little 901 number to a California hoe. Ask a little bitch what you smiling me for. Skirt off in the jet for a nigga what you challenging me for. Dog these bitches what you growling me for.
Big shoes at hoe. Memphis shit, that's how I feel. Jet might chick be a hoe. No chick
Not
from
enough
the hoe.
speed.
Just want neck from the hoe.
We gotta blast the throttle here. We're low speed. We're not gonna make the
He
runway.
ain't even been to the city. He ain't even been to the city before.
Okay, we're lined up.
Nigga came once, but he can't come back no more. Shot him in the trap, he ain't trapped no more. Shot a little rap before a nigga wanna rap no more.
Everybody on this flight is a
Memphis
MNEIG.
nigga everywhere I go. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Fuck nigga. I'ma be fresh when the feds take a photo. I don't need help, I kill a nigga solo. Nigga, I don't need help, I kill a nigga dolo. Die so a fuck nigga died in slow-mo. And we keep it net on the low-low. What the fuck?
What? We're moving on from that.
Another 9 days alive. Another 9 days alive. It's only a short time
Flair.
before I get wise.
Smooth.
Another 9 days alive.
Absolutely smooth. Butter.
Another 9 days alive. It's only a short time before I get wise. Another 9
An absolute pleasure, folks. Thank you so much for being with us.
Another 9 days alive.
Your local time is 9:02 p.m. Please, before you start messing around with those overhead compartments, you know what's up. You know the drill. Be careful. They may have shifted during that dive, but they settled after that smooth and buttery landing. But be careful before you open up those overhead compartments, as they may have shifted. And, you know, be nice to the flight attendants on your way out. Thank them and all that. They're very lovely today. They did a great job keeping the Ballers Lounge going, helping everybody out. They got all the information for you if you need it for your connecting flights. But you know what? We'll see you. We'll see you again next Friday. And I'll see you Sunday. I'll be back Monday for more American Anchor, baby. What can I say, folks? That was an amazing flight, and I thank you so much for being with us. You know, you have many options to fly, but we appreciate your continued patronage here on Anchor Baby Airlines. Spirit Airlines today.
Another 9 days alive. Another 9 days.
We're gonna roll it all the way in.
It's only a short time before I get wise.
All right, folks. What can I say? That's the show. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been your captain with a buttery landing like a professional. Thank you so much. It's always fun doing this. Hope to see you again soon. We're unloading bags on this one, that's for sure. It's always a good one. It's always a good thing to do. Take care, y'all. Thank you so much. See you Sunday. American Anchor, baby, and beyond. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.